Showtime in the stadium, lights so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's up and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Sound check, mic check, 1, 2. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. Hello. My name is Mario. You're watching Football Nation, and today we've got a good game for y'all. Checking out the chat right now, we've got a good handful of people in here. John Nelson checking in right now. Throat Punch checking in as well. Robert Samora. Rock and roll, my friend, saying it sounds good. DJ Gene in the house. Danny Williams in the house. This should be a really good match, guys. This is a game that we have seen before. Those of us who like football, we have seen this matchup. Why? How? Well, the fact of the matter is that these teams have met before in the postseason, and this is likely to be a matchup that we could see and likely will see during this postseason. Again, both teams leading their respective divisions right now. Well, the Detroit Lions did lose the opening game of the season to the Green Bay Packers, so that could be affecting them a little bit there. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 5-1 coming into this one. 5-1 coming into this one. Christopher saying, doing the Lord's work. Man, I appreciate you, sir. Happy Monday night. 2 games tonight, guys. 2 games tonight for Monday Night Football. And I need to pull out this chat and jump over to something else here momentarily. Okay. All right. So why don't we take a quick look here at these two teams and get into it on a more granular level. Before I go and do our traditional way that we format it, I want to take a quick look at these quarterbacks just right off the bat here, just to kind of get a glimpse of what we're looking at. Now remember, guys, Baker Mayfield was drafted first overall not that long ago, but a lot of people also forget here that Jared Goff was also a number 1 overall pick. So both these quarterbacks with that level of clout attached to their names, 2 very different style of quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield is the get in there, get dirty with it, and he's been playing really well. An elite level quarterback this season. But so is Jared Goff. Jared Goff has also been elite this season with 14 passing touchdowns. Man, that's 3rd most in the entire league. 3 interceptions as well. 2 interceptions, 1 interception for Baker Mayfield. So, I don't know. Which quarterback would you rather have, chat? Who would you rather have as your quarterback? That's really what I'm trying to get at here. Who would you rather have as your quarterback right now? Would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff, or does that even really matter? Does that really even matter? Baker Mayfield better in both passing yards and rushing yards. Jared Goff more total touchdowns, a higher completion percentage, and a higher passer rating. Who are we taking? I see a couple Bakers in here. Steve going with Baker and Perfect Bob going with Jared Goff. So a split decision here from the chat as well. Who are you taking? This one's a good matchup, guys. Imagine both of them being drafted first overall. Who do you like? Well, honestly, neither of them has really. I mean, Goff has seen a Super Bowl with the LA Rams, but hasn't been back to one, especially not with the Detroit Lions. And Baker Mayfield, he's got a playoff win with the Browns, but outside of that, we're looking for more out of Baker Mayfield and these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of them looking to get and win a Super Bowl, neither of them with one. Buccaneers first-year uniform was sick, says Throat Punch. That creamsicle, bro. That creamsicle, Okay. Man, I wonder if that's just in my headset that it sounds like that. I bet it is. I might have to turn off my headset here really quick, or maybe just detach. Give me one moment, folks. Hang tight. Let me do something here really quick. Okay, where is my microphone? I've got a buzz in my microphone that I'm not a fan of, and I'm wondering if it's either on my side or on your side. You guys say it sounds fine. I can live without it, but if you guys see anything or hear anything, please let me know in the chat so I can make an adjustment if it is humming. Looks like DJ Jean says that the microphone sounds good. Everything sounds good. Background music, slight tone there should all sound good. If it sounds good on your side, I can live with it. Okay. All right, Steve. Okay, DJ Jean. I will go with y'all's words on it. All green. Thank you. Aviation Fun. Robert Samora. Cool to go. Rock and roll living like Larry. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and talk about this offense. There are a couple of missing players for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense, and coming into this week, Emeka Egbuka was actually doubtful. He was elevated to questionable, and now he has been made fully eligible. Emeka Egbuka will be playing today, and Chris Godwin will actually be out. Chris Godwin is out. Bucky Irving is out. Mike Evans is in. And right now, with the revolving door of options for Baker Mayfield, this is where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sit. They are, according to NFL Network, the #1 team in all of football. Don't be too upset about that ranking there, Detroit Lions fans, because the Detroit Lions are right behind ranked #2. We'll get to them in just a second, but for now, the offense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 27.5 points per game. That's good for 6th in the league. Yards per game, 350, over 350. That's top 12. Top 10 in yards per play. Just outside that top 12 in third down efficiency, converting their third down opportunities at a 41% success rate. Inside the red zone, more often than not, it is closer to a 50-50 shot. We'd like to see them cap off those drives with touchdowns instead of having to take those field goals like they've been doing lately. I'm your 65th like, says Aviation Fun. Thank you, Aviation Fun. Cheers to you. Did Denver win yesterday? Yes, Michael Larnino, they did. That's right, guys. The New York Giants yesterday gave up a 26-point lead in the 4th quarter. That happened. That actually happened. They could have won, but Denver came back, and it was a heck of a comeback as well. This is going to be a shootout, says Blaine Thompson. Yeah, I think that Baker Mayfield should have some success against this pretty beat-up Detroit Lions secondary. We will talk about them in just a moment, but I wonder how healthy Emeka Egbuka really is, and Mike Evans for that matter. I don't know if they're going to be able to create that separation, both of them with hamstring issues. Same injury for both guys, so we'll see how much speed Baker has out there. We know that Mike Evans is a veteran, and we know that Emeka Egbuka is explosive. We'll see if they end up getting a lot of the target share, or if we're going to see some other players like Cade Otton jump out in front of us, Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard, someone else. Defensively here for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, points per game allowed, they are 24th in the league, giving up 25.2 points per game. It's actually a lot closer than it seems. You're only putting up, you're putting up 27.5, which is good, but you're giving up 25.2. I mean, yes, you should be winning games, but right now it feels like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won some close games that maybe shouldn't have been as close as they were. Yards per game allowed, 319. Yards per play allowed, 5.3. Third down efficiency, 39% success rate to opposing offenses. All three of those categories smack dab in the middle of the league, 14, 15, 16. That puts them right there, maybe just in the top half of teams. But where they fail defensively is inside of the red zone. One of the worst teams defensively inside of the red zone, and we know that Jared Goff and those Detroit Lions will eat in the red zone. We know that that's the kind of team that they are, but at least that's what it feels like when we watch that. When we watch them, I wonder how they play in the green zone, how often they will be backed up into the red zone today. I wonder how far they will be backed up into their own red zone today. We'll take a look at the stats here for these Detroit Lions, y'all. And as I said, inside the red zone, the Detroit Lions are really good. This team ranks #2 in the NFL, although they are projected to win this game by, 6.5 points. Ranked #2. This season, they have averaged over 31, almost 32 points per game. They are top 12 in yards per game. They are top 7 in yards per play, 17th in third down efficiency, but back inside the top 5 in the red zone category offensively. This offense, they've got weapons everywhere. They've got weapons everywhere. Obviously, Jared Goff is a gunslinger from his own nice, well-protected pocket there, but you got Jahmyr Gibbs, you've got David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, the list goes on, and a really solid offensive line. The issue, this right here, could look pretty bad after today, guys. The defense having some gaps right now. Let's go through, because this is always fun for me. Let's name, you may know them, you may not know them. Let's name every player for this Detroit Lions defense that is currently out or suspended. Mekhi Wingo, Quinton Jefferson, Josh Pascal, Marcus Davenport, Malcolm Rodriguez, Ezekiel Turner, Avante Maddox, Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Jamie Robinson, Dan Jackson, Khalil Dorsey, Daniel Thomas, Ennis Rakestraw, DJ Reed. That is the full list right now of players who are actually injured and cannot help contribute to the Detroit Lions. A lot of those named starters, guys. A lot of those named starters. For sure, Josh Pascal, Malcolm Rodriguez is a solid linebacker. Terrion Arnold, starter. Brian Branch, suspended, starter. Kirby Joseph, starter. The secondary shelf looking pretty weak out here, and Baker Mayfield loves to throw the football. That could spell shootout for sure. That's what the Lions were going to do anyways, offensively. But this should give an opportunity to Baker Mayfield as long as he respects that defense. Because if he tries to disrespect that Lions defense because he believes that someone like Thomas Harper isn't going to be able to make that play, he's going to be, well, we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Branch got suspended for being a dunce, says Lamar and Teddy. What's up, Lamar and Teddy? AI injuries, says Tate Brown. I mean, I guess, man. I guess the Lions defense was injured like this last year. Yeah, and last year it was worse because they lost Aiden Hutchinson, which was huge last season. Is the money line accurate in your opinion? I don't know, man. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this game. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, everyone's going to say, oh, the Detroit Lions defense, it's because they have no defense right now and this, that, and the other. And you know what? That is a valid excuse. But excuses are like, well, everyone's got one. They've all got them, and they all stink, man. Every excuse stinks. Okay, we just took a look at the offenses and defenses in a nutshell for both of these teams. Why don't we take a look at the personnel? We'll start with the away team, starting with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Heyo, let's start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over here. So, Baker Mayfield, your starting quarterback. For those of y'all who did not know, Baker Mayfield this season has 12 passing touchdowns. That is 12th in the, that is 7th in the NFL. He has 1,539 passing yards, which ranks top 10 in the NFL as well. Only one interception this year, having played every single game. A QBR of 71.1. Baker Mayfield has been fantastic so far this season. Baker Mayfield will have backup on the in the backfield today. It's going to be Rachaad White in the absence of Bucky Irving. Yes, Bucky Irving is still out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rachaad White, 4 rushing touchdowns this season. That's okay. You can live with that. That's actually tied for 4th most over the first 6 weeks, guys, in case you did not know. Final games, this one and the next one, and Week 7 is over. Also, the Week 8 pick'ems are available on Football Nation. You should go check those out. Anyways, Rachaad White, averaging about 4 yards per carry. Let's see if he can keep that up today. Pass catchers for Baker Mayfield: Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka, and Sterling Shepard going to be your top 3 options. This right here, this is good. This is equal firepower. This gives us equal firepower offensively to the Detroit Lions. Well, almost. Not having Bucky Irving is like not having Jahmyr Gibbs for the Detroit Lions. So they really only have David Montgomery, if that's the case. But honestly, comparing Bucky Irving and Rachaad White to Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, I think we can mostly all agree that the Detroit Lions have the advantage in the running back room there for sure. It is arguable that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the better wide receiving core, especially when healthy, and you add Chris Godwin into the mix. Now, top tight end is going to be Cade Otton today, but we could see Payne Durham or Devin Culp today as well for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the offensive line, Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, Ben Bredesen at left guard, Graham Barton at center. Luke Haggard actually out today from the offensive line. He was actually already right guard number 2. So we're down to right guard number 3. Cody Mock is normally their starter. Luke Haggard is now out. And so Elijah Klein, the last remaining guard on this Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last remaining right guard on this, last remaining guard, no. They've got Mike Jordan and Dan Feeney if needed, but doesn't matter. Nobody really pays, and I hate to say it, but a lot of guys just focus outside of the trenches and don't worry as much about the blocking. They care about their fantasy players on the outsides. You'll have Charlie Heck as your final on the right tackle side. Offense, done. Let's take a look at the other offense, opposite side of the field here. Detroit Lions squad going to consist of Jared Goff out here, and we already did our quick head-to-head comparison for the quarterbacks, but once again, a quick refresher, 1,390 yards this season through the air for Jared Goff, 14 passing touchdowns. That is third most passing touchdowns in the first 7 weeks, and a QBR of 73.7. Both of these quarterbacks having a very good season. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery will split the backfield. Jahmyr Gibbs more of that the pass catching back out of the backfield. Jahmyr Gibbs makes a lot of those plays out on the wings, out in this area or out on this area, just depending on where he lines up, whether he's on the right side or the left side of Jared Goff. They might even shift him back here into the pistol, but this right here, he's standing in that shotgun formation. So shotgun formation, you can see it right here. Your pass catchers today going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and Isaac Tesla, finally listed as the number 3 wide receiver on this depth chart, passing up Khalif Raymond and putting himself firmly on the field on a majority of the snaps. Sam Laporta going to be your starting tight end for this Detroit Lions offense, and the offensive line looking healthy right now. Everyone on the offensive line looking good. Christian Mahogany is going to be, let's start on this side, and we'll start with Tyler Decker, Christian Mahogany, Graham Glasgow, Tate Ratledge, and Penny Sewell on the offensive line for this Detroit Lions unit. Detroit Lions, good to go. They are good to go offensively, but as we mentioned, defensively, they are basically just, they've been decimated. Once again, last time it was the up front and the linebackers. This time it is all of their secondaries. Look at those look at the guys, the 4 guys on the edges. Not a single starter out there on the edges. Not a single starter out there on the edges going to be maybe pretty good eating today for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially if they run what's called just the fly routes, right? Imagine a wide receiver on one side and a wide receiver on the other. If they can burn these corners on the sides, I don't know that the safeties would be able to make those plays, and if they do, there could be a tight end on this side that maybe runs a post route, runs that tight end angle, and if these guys do decide to chase, we could see Cade Otton break through in the middle. Of course, it all depends on what Dan Campbell decides to throw in that direction for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the defensive line will consist of Aiden Hutchinson. We will actually have Aleem McNeil over here instead of Tyleik Williams. Aleem McNeil was questionable. He is now back in the lineup. So Aiden Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, that's an upgrade, guys. That's an upgrade here at left defensive tackle. DJ Reader is available. DJ Reed is on IR. Al-Qadin Muhammad going to be your right defensive end. Normally you would see Marcus Davenport on that side or Josh Pascal as your right defensive end. Instead, we are down to right defensive end number 3. Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes. That's good. That checks out. You're okay right there for the Detroit Lions defense. Where you struggle, Terrion Arnold out, Avonte Maddox out, Khalil Dorsey IR. So we're pretty much down to the end of the list right here. It could be Trey Flowers. It could be, Santino put in here Nick Whiteside. It really could be Nick Whiteside on this side. Rock Sayin going to be your man on this side, but it should be DJ Reed instead. Kirby Joseph out. Brian Branch is out. So right now you're rocking. Right now you're rocking with Thomas Harper, and it looks like, taking a look at that, Eric Hallett going to be the last remaining player. And if you guys are like, who the heck is this guy even talking about? Well, that's kind of my point exactly. Will Baker Mayfield try to exploit these second, third-string secondary players? How will the linebackers work today? How will they bring the pressure to Baker Mayfield, and can this Detroit Lions defense still get enough pressure to force Baker Mayfield into making a mistake and making one of these guys on the edges actually look like heroes instead of looking like fools? I guess we're going to see. I guess we're going to find out. Defensively on the other side, y'all, defensively on the other side, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are mostly good to go on defense. Kalijah Cansey is going to be out, but Elijah Roberts works just fine as your left defensive end. Nose tackle, going to probably end up in the Hall of Fame. Vita Vea out there as your nose tackle. Logan Hall as your right defensive end. A 3-4 defense. So four linebackers, 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers. 3-4. Get it? 3-4. Cool. Yaya Diaby leads this team in sacks right now. Yaya Diaby leading the team in sacks. Oh, that will be your weak side linebacker. Servosier Dennis going to be your weak side linebacker, your left inside linebacker, Levante David, your right inside linebacker, and Hassan Reddick, your strong side linebacker. You will have Zion McCollum on one side, Jamel Dean on the other, Antoine Winfield Jr. as one safety, and Tyke Smith as your other safety. That is going to make up the defense here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Couple of absentees as well, though, but not nearly as bad as the Detroit Lions side of things. Kalijah Cansey, the only starter that's probably going to be listed as out right now. You've got Kindle Vildor, who seems to be out. Sebastian Castro, who's out. J.J. Roberts on IR. Solid name, not a starter. Rashad Wisdom. I honestly can't tell you that I know who he is because I don't, but he's on IR. He made the team. He's on IR. So I would say, my point being, this is basically all of your starters for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and by week 7 of the season, it's a surprise that all of the defense is healthy. This is really good for Tampa Bay, but it doesn't matter how healthy they are going up against the Detroit Lions offense, and the Detroit Lions offense is one of the best, if not the best. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is number 1 and number 2 teams in the NFL, according to NFL.com. Defensive comparison, pretty even if you ask me, guys. Pretty even if you ask me. So they're giving up, looks like, less than 50 yards of a difference here between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We look at rushing yards allowed per game, 95 to 109. That difference right there of just 14 yards is enough of a gap between 11th place and 20th place. That's just 14 yards of a difference, though. Passing yards allowed per game, that is, another 30 yards of a difference right here? And then turnovers forced, advantage Detroit Lions. Sacks, advantage Detroit Lions. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can still get it. They are a top 10 team inside of the sack category, and they are in the middle of the pack with 6 turnovers forced. Anything can happen in today's matchup. Anything can happen in today's matchup. David's saying this is going to be a high-scoring game. The running back comparison, obviously, the Detroit Lions, we can all agree, have the better run game. We can all agree that the Detroit Lions have the better run game. That's for sure. Taking a look at it, Lions 8th in rushing yards per game, but 3rd in rushing touchdowns per game. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 20th in rushing yards per game. Keep in mind, guys, less than 20 yards of a difference here. 8th and 20th, the difference, 128, 109. It's not even 20 yards of a difference. 19 yards and some change of a difference per game on average on rushing yards per game. Rushing attempts per game. They run the football just 2 more times. These teams are supposed to be pretty dang close when you really analyze the statistics here. When you really break down the numbers, there's not much separating these two. Now, I would say Detroit Lions getting more than a rushing touchdown per game versus less than 1 touchdown per game. That would be the one area where I think is the real big difference. Wide receivers, looking at these guys, also very similar numbers once again. Very similar numbers once again, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually have more receiving yards per game, more targets per game than the Detroit Lions. But the Lions, better pass accuracy from Jared Goff, and I think we all know that that's true as well. This is a good one, man. This is going to be a good game. Shout out to Brando. Shout out to Edgar. What's going on, LaShawn? We've got Robert Zamora, the real SJ336, checking in right now. Pretty much matched on the stats, but let's see who's got the fire for the win, says the real SJ. Bucky Irving, get out, says B Bowles. What's going on, Wesley? I'm down 26 points in fantasy. I have Goff and Tampa's kicker. Do you think I can win? I think you can, Lenny, but it is possible. Bucky Irving is out, says B Bowles. Yes, Bucky Irving is out, my friend. Bucky Irving is out. 31-30 Buccaneers, says Hammer Smash Thumb. OZK Altbridge saying, doing his own thing. He's doing his own thing right now. Shout out to Cody Martin. Looks like MCM. Lots of touchdown passes for the win. Saludos, mi amigo Edgar Vasquez. Albert looks like Albert K is in the house. What up, saying let's go Dolphins. Adam Flanagan saying let's go Lions. My grandfather won a championship with them in 1952. Okay then. Pre-Super Bowl era, man. I guess that's good to go there. Let's go Bucks, says Curtis. What's going on, Curtis? Courtney is in the house. Thank you for checking in, Courtney. Mario, thank you. I see you. Michael Castro in the house. Jerry also in the house. Danny in the house. Yvonne is in the house. What's going on, my people, my people? 1 minute away from kickoff. These two teams are going head-to-head. Let's make sure I get all of our graphics set up here. Man, I can hear that humming in my head. It is so deafening. I can't believe y'all can't hear that. That's nuts. Okay. I'm actually looking for this one here. That is correct. Then I got to do my stats. Let's get the big stat board set. That's the big stat board set. One more piece. I think we should be pretty good, though, guys. I think we should be pretty good. Okay, we are just past our first little mark right now. The goal for today is to get to 54K. I think we can pick up 100 by the end of this live stream. It should be a lot of fun. We're not going to ask for any today. Who gets ball first, says B Bowles. Well, we haven't seen the coin toss yet. We haven't had action. ESPN likes to start just a hair behind. That's okay. We are here and we are ready for it. Brian saying, this is the warm-up to that Mariners Seahawks. You mean the Mariners, is that what I said last time? Is that what I said last time? Mariners/Seahawks stream? What's up, Brian? Thanks for checking in. You know, it's been a good day. Baker's going to get 50 rushing yards, says Hammer Smash Thumbs. Guys, we are going to get our opening kickoff here in just a moment. Any bold predictions for today's matchup? I will feature it here on the screen. I will feature it here on the screen. Somebody said 50 yards. Does anyone have a bold prediction for today? That's what I'm looking for. Dana saying, I finally made it to your Monday night. What's going on? Goff, 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Samuel Partridge, go ahead and take your screenshot. You said that, man. That's what you said. Let's see. Bucks get blown out is what ID Skeef checks in. Let's see. Bold prediction. Scorigami. 48-43 Lions win. I've never heard of Scorigami. That's pretty cool. Scorigami. Lions will win 48-43. That is a huge game, dude. That is a huge game. Tampa 28-42. Lions will score a safety. That's a bold prediction right there. MC. Kneecap soup tonight? What is that? Kneecap soup tonight? That sounds very painful. This should be a good game. 31-27. Lions win, says Micah Kimbrough. Football Nation will win the Super Bowl, says Vassray. Oh, I don't know about that, my friend. I won't even be there, that's for sure. Rachaad White touchdown. Easy, says Raul Perez. Possible. Bold prediction. Goff has a stinker of a game. Goff has a stinker of a game. I wonder. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you for checking in, my friend. What's going on, Chuck? Good luck. Chuck is in the house. Do you think Amon-Ra will score a touchdown tonight? Well, we will find out soon enough. Looks like we are getting the opening kickoff. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers lining up to send this over to the Detroit Lions. So let's bring up our scoreboard and get ourselves situated here. Opening kickoff, here it is. Let's send this one away and get this game started. Detroit Lions will bring it out to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Tripped up at the 30, 1st and 10 coming up for Detroit. Detroit black uniforms. Detroit blue helmets, that Honolulu blue, a little matte yet metallic finish with a black lion on it. Interesting uniform today for these Detroit Lions. They will have possession to start this game. They will have possession to start this game here. Let's refresh our page. And it might be a minute until all of my stream settings are set up properly, but I got a 1st and 10 at the Detroit 31. Single back formation, the snap and a play action, a wind up and a throw. Catch not made. Amon-Ra St. Brown wide open. Pass is incomplete, though, off the right hand of ASB. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Football on the Detroit 31. Football on the Detroit 31. Here we go. Settings. Let's see. Here's the snap, guys, on the 31. 2nd down and 10. A throw to Jahmyr Gibbs on the right-hand side. He cuts back. He gets some yardage past the 50, past the 45, past the 40, inside the 40, inside of Buccaneers territory. 1st down. Good run right there. Good strong run. Catch and run out of the backfield. We were talking about how Jahmyr Gibbs is a pass-catching back. That play will go down for, my goodness, 30 yards right there. 30 yards on that play for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a good 1st down. That's a good, solid 1st down. Okay, getting ourselves situated still. I got a 1st and 10, this time from the 39. While I make some quick adjustments, it's a handoff this time to the running back. Jahmyr Gibbs gets the carry. Gibbs to the right-hand side. He will pick up nothing here. It brings up a 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Let's get the clock ticking. I think I have all of my intended graphics now set up. It's going to take CBS maybe a moment to get themselves situated, but at least we are where we need to be now. Okay, 2nd and 10, football. I got a 2nd and 8, 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard gain. A shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the top of the screen. The snap and the handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. A little spin move out here. He'll pick up another 2 yards down at the 35-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd down and 6 here at the 35. Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their own half of midfield. They have been backed up. The Detroit Lions marching in their territory. This drive has gone for 4 plays, 34 yards. A minute and a half milked off the clock. Goff a couple yards back right now in a shotgun. Gibbs out there with a motion on the field right now, waiting for the snap. Goff puts his hands to the helmet. Everyone on the line puts their hands to their helmets. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 6. Looking left, looking right, wheeling out to the right-hand side. A windup and a throw deep downfield. Pass is incomplete. There is a flag. Let's find out what this flag is on 3rd down and 6. Thank you for that $2 super chat. And Melton, thank you for becoming a First Down channel member. Let's go. Appreciate that, sir. Illegal contact. Defense, there is a flag on the play. That is going to be an automatic first down, guys. Illegal contact. An illegal contact play right there. Getting, well, yeah, that's way past the 5-yard line. He was hanging on to Jamison Williams on the play. Good call by the officials. That is going to be a first down. Fresh new set of downs when it would have been incomplete. 1st and 10 coming up right now at the 30-yard line. Detroit Lions with the football. Here is Detroit, a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs to the left-hand side. He will be stopped about 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. So 2nd down and 7 coming up, and the Detroit Lions still have the football here. That penalty against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bought Detroit 4 fresh new downs, and they are really close to the red zone here. It's a 2nd down and 7. A lot of motion right now on the field. Jared Goff, though, looking pretty confident. Again, the same call. Everyone on the line puts their hands up to the head just to let him know, I heard you. Here's the play. Dropping back, a wind up and a throw. The catch is made. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the 10, the 5, the pylon. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. And the Lions will score. Wow. Bro, does that not sound weird to you guys? Does the audio not sound weird to you? It is tripping me out. Did that not sound funky? It sounded so funky in my headphones. The Detroit Lions do get 6 points on the board, guys. It's a touchdown. Not at all, says Danny. Sounds good. Okay. All right, it's on my side. That's fine. That's fine. Just making sure. There's the extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Looks like Troy is saying, hey, Mario, in the chat, I hit my parlay yesterday. Go Lions. Thanks for sharing the love, Troy, and congratulations on the win, dude. Congratulations on the win. And thanks for sharing the love, man. Thanks for sharing the love. Shout-outs to our new channel members. Looks like Doug, Ross, and Melton have both become channel members. Appreciate you guys. We got Doug and Melton. Welcome to the group. All right, y'all, commercial break after the opening drive of the game. Looks like the Detroit Lions were the first to draw blood here. I guess that's what Lions do, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with swords and shields and cannons. With swords and shields and cannons, you're saying might need to check the connection? I mean, it always sounds funky to me, but then again, I'm old, dude, says Sparky. Let's see. You know what? Let's try that. Let me disconnect something here really quick. Hang tight. Okay, I think you guys can still hear me. The receiver coming back still sounds the same. I think it's the program on my end. Doesn't matter. As somebody who has to depend on sound, everything sounds good on your end, says Sam Pike. Man, honestly, it's okay. It's all right. It doesn't matter. We're not going to hang on it. Sounds like absolutely nothing wrong with the audio. Perfect. Okay. Then it's just the program coming back at me. Either that or I need new headphones. But we are live right now. Can we talk? Question mark. Yes, you can talk. What's going on, James Joseph? You need to talk to me, James? What's going on, Mr. Joseph? Thank you for checking in. Smash the like button, says Greek Chris. What's going on, Greek Chris in Flint? Can you hear me now? Good, says Albert Kilstree. Hello from Colorado, says Timothy Cox. What's going on, Timothy? We've got HB Link saying Seahawks, question mark. Seahawks are coming up next, my friend. Seahawks are coming up next. Only jerseys on Cowboys games. That is correct. Lick Chi-Town. LC Chi-Town, that is correct. AWS, Snapchat, all sorts of systems were down today. Dude, OZK, you were not kidding, man. I was trying to set up for Canva, and all of the Canva files were, like, jacked, dude. All of the Canva files were, like, super messed up. I couldn't make any tweaks on Canva. Perplexity was down. Yes, Snapchat was having issues. My Alexa didn't work. AWS with a huge outage. Was a terrible day for technology today. Over 19 receiving yards for Gibbs. Tell Laporta to make a reception. Or to receive. Well, let's see. Shot. What's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate those couple dollars coming in. Thank you very much. He's saying, I should buy you a Rams jersey, Wesley says. I've got one for some skits, actually. I've got a Rams jersey for some skits. It's a Puka Nacua one. Okay, guys, commercial break is over. Let's get back to the action here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to get the football, and we get a return. The 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. Across midfield at about the 47. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's find out what the flag is here. The officials dropping a flag on this play, waiting for the call. During the return, holding on the receiving team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be backed up on this one, so they will stop that penalty enforced from the 25-yard line. That penalty enforced from the 25-yard line, so this drive will start on the 15, folks. Holding against the Buccaneers. Let's do it. 1st and 10. Tampa Bay needs to dig themselves out of a 7-point hole. Let's get this game started. Under center is Baker Mayfield. Motion on the field from Cade Otton. The snap and the handoff to the right-hand side. Looks like Rachaad White will take this to the 20. This will be a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will open up their first offensive drive with a 5-yard run to the right-hand side, and Rachaad White using the truck stick there. Rachaad White using that truck stick there, going to pick up a couple yards. 2nd down and 5, football at the Tampa Bay 20. Taking their time here right now. Under center with the play clock down to about 10. Baker Mayfield waits for a snap. He calls a quick audible. Everyone on the line responds. Baker takes it. 5-man rush coming in. The blitz in trouble. Baker steps through it, though. Baker's on the run. He will scramble. He will fall. He slips and loses a yard. It's a 3rd down and 6. That'll go down as a sack, and it'll be credited to Jack Campbell. Campbell going to be credited for the stop right there. Baker Mayfield slipping. Baker Mayfield slipping, and Jack Campbell going to get credited for the sack on that one. It's a loss of a yard, 3rd down and 6. Yikes, Baker. Yikes. Okay, so Baker goes down, 3rd down and 6. Football at the Tampa Bay 19. Football at the Tampa Bay 19. This could be a 3-and-out here for Tampa Bay. Here's the snap, and Baker Mayfield will scramble. A wind-up and a throw. Catch will be made on the right-hand side. Looks like Sterling Shepard for 3 yards. It's a 4th down and 3. That catch will be made, but it's not enough to move the sticks. The punt team will come out, and the Buccaneers will 3-and-out to start this game. Not what we expected here. Tampa Bay, a quick 3-and-out to start this game. No target to Emeka Egbuka. No target to Mike Evans. The punt team comes out for Tampa Bay. They're going to send this back over to Detroit. So the Detroit Lions about to get the football. On 4th down and 3, they send this back, and here are the Lions signaling a fair catch at the 35-yard line. We will start this drive there. 9:37 left to go in the first quarter. Jared Goff and the Honolulu Blue coming out to start drive number 2 of the evening. Okay. Excuse me. Zach Benoit, thank you for checking in. Please no spamming in the chat area. I should be for the Lions. Baker isn't all that, says Roy Williams. Alicia saying, that does not bode well. That does not bode well. Let's see how this game goes, guys. There's plenty of football left to go. Game just now getting started, but always good to look at the future here. The Detroit Lions will have a bye week in Week 8. Detroit Lions will have a bye week in Week 8. No football in Detroit next week. Then in Week 9, they will be at home. It will be a divisional matchup in the NFC North. Vikings versus Lions in Week 9. That should be a really good game there as well. Week 10, Lions at Commanders. Another good matchup. Week 11, Lions at Eagles. This will be Sunday Night Football. We will be live for that because duh. Hello. Do you see that matchup right there? And then the week of, or I think the week maybe before Thanksgiving break right here, You're going to have the Giants and the Lions as well. So those are the next 5 weeks, guys. We're getting into the holiday season. We might even see some Black Friday games coming up here when we take a look at the schedule starting next week. There will be some interesting games this postseason. By the way, as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, keep in mind we're going to be covering college football playoff games as well. Going to be covering some college football games as well. Week 8 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an NFC South divisional matchup next week for them, and then they get their bye week in Week 9. And then they will get their bye week in Week 9. Bucks, let's go. What's up, bro, says Joe Howland. What's up, Joe? What up, Joe? Good, because I don't know anything about college ball, says OZK. Home field advantage? Yeah, I guess you could call it that. After the bye week, guys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will have the Patriots, then Buccaneers at Bills and at Rams. This is going to be a tough sequence after the bye week. Week 12, by the way, Sunday Night Football. I will be covering Sunday Night Football. That's what we do. This commercial break is over after the kickoff, folks, and now the Detroit Lions have the football here. Jared Goff directing traffic. We've got, looks like, Jameson Williams going to the bottom of the screen, and Amon-Ra St. Brown going to the top of the screen. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Detroit with the football. Here is the snap. Dropping back. Goff will wind up and throw. Catch is made. ASB to the 45, out to the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 41. That's a big first down picked up here for the Detroit Lions and Amon-Ra St. Brown. First down ASB. Football 24 yards upfield down to the Tampa Bay 41. So this moves the Lions on one play, 24 yards upfield for Amon-Ra St. Brown. We're now on the left hash inside of Buccaneers territory. Detroit Lions making it look easy here. Motion from Sam Laporta. It's a handoff, and David Montgomery gets wrapped up for a gain of just a yard. 2nd down and 9. The clock will continue to roll here. Refs beat Lions, not Kansas City Chiefs, says TM. This is the day for the Lions, says Terry Haskins. Hey, the Lions might get ahead, and they could play sloppy later, says OZK. Over 55 points in this game for sure, says Phil McCracken. I need Baker Mayfield to have himself a crazy day today. Here is the snap. Play action. Moving in the pocket. Going to wind up and throw. Catch is made underneath that time. It looks like it's Brock Wright who makes the grab. It's a 5-yard pickup on 2nd down. It brings up a 3rd down and 5. Maybe a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4 for Brock Wright. Good catch right there for the Detroit Lions. The football is now to the Tampa Bay 35-yard line. Mr. Detroit City checking in. What up, Detroit City? Saying one pride. Waiting for the snap. Jared Goff barking a couple of plays here. Motion from Laporta. The snap coming in. 4-man rush coming in. Disguised as a blitz. It's going to be, oh my goodness, I think this is a Goff fumble. I think this could be a turnover. I think it is. Yaya Diaby with a strip sack fumble. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pew, get the football back. Great job by Yaya Diaby, man. He absolutely forced a fumble here in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Gonna get the ball back. Goff will lose control of this one before the arm moves forward, and it is recovered by Roberts. Yaya Diaby with another one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers get the football. Let's stop the clock. Add a little bit of time back onto it. Oh, no, says Lions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, where are you at? Where are these Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans at? Where are these Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans at? Tampa Bay gets the football back, and they go to a commercial break. So, commercial break, and when we get back, Baker Mayfield will take the field once again. 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 40. Quick commercial break while they swap players. Let's go Buccaneers, says Love Bree. What's going on, Bree? Thank you for checking in. It's only the first quarter. The Broncos game yesterday proved anything can happen, says Audie. What's going on, Audie? Audie, Bucks are shaking and baking right now, says Brian West. What's going on, Brian West? Shout out to Yaya, the former Cardinal. Likes up, says CMC you later. Thank you, CMC. I'm reading some of these comments out here. There's that Bucks flag. Sean White dropping the flag right now. Yeah. Yeah. Running and running. Let's get cool. Okay. What's going on? Living like Larry, a $5 super chat right now. Yo ho, all hands hoist the colors high. Go Mariners, he says. How those Mariners doing? What time does that game start? Should be coming up soon right now. Buccaneers fans celebrating the turnover here. Maybe that will galvanize and inspire something in the offense that looked pretty bad on their very opening drive. Maybe underestimating that Detroit Lions secondary just a little bit. Remember, anybody on this squad right now that is being given an opportunity in that secondary for the Detroit Lions is going to fight for a roster spot and a starting role because that's more money for them. If you're given an opportunity in the NFL, you better make the most of it, and that's what these players seem to have done on the opening drive there. Tampa Bay unable to move the football on the opening drive, but the defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers showed up big on their second defensive drive there. So, football was popped out, and it was a great play done here by Yaya Diaby, who came in and forced Jared Goff to fumble the football. So, well done by the Buccaneers. They take over at the 40-yard line. Tampa Bay with the football. Let's get back to the action. Commercial break is over. 1st and 10, motion on the field. And it looks like Baker Mayfield sees something. He steps back into the shotgun, and now we are waiting for the snap. Blitz coming in, a pump fake, a windup, and a throw, turning away from the challenge. A flag coming in, whistles also coming in a little early. I think this could be a false start. It will be. Flag on the play. False start, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down. 1st and 15 now coming up here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will back them up to the 35-yard line. We are in the first quarter of this game. Game just getting started here, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of time. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Baker Mayfield will drop. 4-man rush coming in. A windup and a throw. Back shoulder fade intended for Mike Evans. Pass is incomplete. 2nd down and 15 coming up. 2nd and 15. The incomplete pass will stop the clock. 2nd down and 15. Football remains at the Tampa Bay 35. At least a target for Mike Evans. That's a good place to start. Now let's look for Emeka Egbuka, who is supposed to be healthy in this game, but I do not see him on the field. Don't see the number 2 jersey out there on the field. They might definitely have him on a snap count right now. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. The pressure coming in. It's a 4-man rush disguised as a blitz. The catch will be made this time by Cade Otton for an 8-yard grab. What would normally bring up a 3rd down and 2 doesn't really happen because it was a 2nd down and 15. An 8-yard pickup will make this a 3rd down and 7 after that play. 3rd down and 7. The clock is hot once again. The football now to the Tampa Bay 43. By the way, that football was actually tapped at the line of scrimmage, and luckily falling for it, making the play, Cade Otton. 3rd down coming up. A 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an empty backfield. Baker Mayfield will take the snap. He will throw quickly, and this time the play goes nowhere. Rachaad White dropped immediately by Jack Campbell. That'll be a tackle for a loss. 4th down and 9, and the Buccaneers will have to punt the football again. Another punt. Great read right there by Jack Campbell, seeing that, smelling that. Aiden Hutchinson would have been there if it wasn't him. Aiden Hutchinson would have been there if it wasn't him. So, bad play, bad sequence of calls here for Bowles. Bad sequence of calls here for Todd Bowles. Here's the punt. This going back to the Detroit Lions, so the Lions about to return. This time it's signaled a fair catch. We're going to start this drive at the 14. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Detroit Lions. Let's see if they cut back to another commercial. They may not need to, but they might. Fake punt, says throat punch. Man, did they party, says James Joseph? No. But they are cutting to a quick commercial break. Great job, ESPN. There they go. Okay, LMAO, the Bucs are not locked in. I need them to get right, says Chris Angel. I agree with you, man. For those of y'all checking in right now one more time, the Buccaneers offense should be better than this. They're averaging 5.8 yards per play. Would like to see Tampa Bay open it up a little bit today. They're not great on 3rd downs, and they're even worse inside of the red zone, but somehow this team still manages to put up 27.5 points per game, which is good for 6th in the NFL. And they are going up against that Detroit Lions defense. They're going up against this Detroit Lions defense that has been pretty good, but they have some issues and some holes that they've plugged in with 2nd and 3rd string corners and safeties today. There is no Kirby Joseph. You're not going to see him out there. And their offense, we know their offense is good. Obviously, they did just give up a turnover, and unfortunately, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after forcing that turnover, couldn't turn that into points. This could be a game that goes under. Maybe everyone expected the over. If the game goes like this and we only get 7 points per quarter, the under is going to look pretty good. Only 10% of people watching have hit the like button. We can do better, says Clay Byrne. That's okay, Clay. You know what? I'm not going to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I firmly believe that if I continue to just provide value and get you guys a little closer to the action right now, that those likes will come on their own. I'm not going to be that tuber who's always asking for it, although I do ask for it quite a bit, but not today. Not today. We got 2 games today, man. It's Monday, and I got a doubleheader, folks. I got a doubleheader for you. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. Whoever your team is, you guys are awesome. Whoever your team is, whether you're a Buccaneers fan, a Steelers fan, maybe you're a smelly Giants fan, you're welcome to be in here with us. What's going on, guys? In case you're wondering, I am a Cowboys fan, so I don't have a horse in this race or a lion or a Buccaneer in this race. I'm just calling the game because I like it. Jared Goff going to line up here under center in a single back formation. It's a 1st and 10 coming up right now. Thank you for being here, Lions fans. Thank you for being here, Buccaneers fans. Here's the snap and a handoff to the right-hand side, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-yard pickup for Jahmyr Gibbs. 2nd down and 7 gets the clock going once again. Brian saying, I'm a smelly Giants fan. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thanks for checking in, bro. Roy Williams, thank you for that $2 super chat as well. A super sticker coming in from Roy Williams saying, I am new. What's going on, Roy? Welcome in. I've gone over stats over the last 2 commercial breaks. Our next commercial break, I will focus on the chats. So I'll be back for the next one. Shotgun formation, motion from ASB, looking that way. Goff will wind up and throw. St. Brown makes a man miss. St. Brown out past the 30. Taking it from the 17-yard line to the Detroit 33. That will result in a big Detroit Lions first down. First down for the Detroit Lions here. That'll move the sticks out to the 33. The new line to gain is the 43. Detroit Lions working their way towards midfield, folks. Working their way towards midfield. Someone said, you know they call him turbo load in college, LOL. What? Okay. Here we go. Big missed tackle there for sure, Steven. A handoff to the left-hand side. Jahmyr Gibbs going to pick up 4 yards on this first down. It's a 2nd down and 6. That'll keep them on schedule. About 4 minutes and 45 seconds-ish left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6. Football to the Detroit 37. Football to the Detroit 37. Line to gain is the 43-yard line. From the 37, Jared Goff will line up under center. St. Brown at the bottom of the screen. It's a handoff to Gibbs, and Gibbs will cut through this defense here, right through the teeth of that Buccaneers defense, and that will result in a 10-yard pickup on 2nd down and 6, and you know what that means. First down, Detroit. The Lions will pick up another first down. 3 yards shy of midfield. Goff takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and runs to the right-hand side. A pump fake, a scramble. Goff will pick up, looks like 6 yards on the run. Goff, not traditionally a rushing quarterback, trusts the spacing he had there. Runs out of bounds. 2nd down and 4, a 6-yard gain. Lions, 5 plays, 39 yards, 2 minutes and 7 seconds milked off the clock so far on this drive. This drive started back on the 14-yard line, guys. This drive started on the 14. This drive started on the 14. This play from the 47, a windup and a throw to the right-hand side, the 40, the 45, the 30, the 25. Wow. Jahmyr Gibbs picks up 24 yards on that play. A great catch on 2nd down and 4 from the Tampa Bay 47, goes for 24 yards, and it results in another first down, Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions doing everything right. Sam Laporta giving beautiful assistance, blocking and engaging upfield here. Not committing any holds, no penalties. Detroit Lions single back formation from the 23-yard line. This time Gibbs goes backwards and will lose 3 yards. Yaya Diaby again in his face. 2nd down and 13. Good job by the Buccaneers defense on that play. Vita Vea got in the backfield there as well, help disrupt some of that. So it's a split tackle there from Vita Vea and Yaya Diaby. Good job by that nose tackle and your weak side linebacker on the play. So 2nd down and 13. Shotgun formation, this time from the 26-yard line after a 3-yard loss. Waiting for the snap, Goff will take it. A 4-man rush coming in. Good block up front. Toss, catch made. Looks like it'll be Brock Wright again. It'll be a 4-yard pickup, 3rd down and 9. Now coming up here for the Detroit Lions. They are inside of field goal range at the Tampa Bay 22. Have yet to get inside the red zone, though. Have yet to get inside the red zone. It's Monday Night Football, says Chicago Bear. 1985, it sure is. Hey, is Egbuka playing today? Egbuka, Victor, has been ruled as eligible to play. Haven't seen him much out there, but the defense is out for the Buccaneers here on 3rd down and 9. Goff will wind up and throw. The catch will be made. It won't be enough. It's a 4th down and 2 at the 15-yard line. Dan Campbell is out here, so I'm willing to bet that they're going to go for it, but it's a 4th down and 2. Do you go for it or no? Do you go for it or no? You know what Campbell would do. WWCD, what would Campbell do? What would Campbell do? Go for it, man. 4th down and 2 at the 15-yard line. 4th down and 2, shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the right, motion on the field. Goff will take the snap. Goff will wind up and throw a shot to the end zone. The pass is incomplete. There is no flag. It's a turnover on downs, and the Buccaneers will get the defense off the field without conceding any points, and that's all you can ask for. That is all you can ask for. Great job to not give up a penalty there by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. That looked like it was going to be a touchdown. And that was honestly a bit of a hold right there. Isaac Tesla was definitely slowed down by holding, and no whistle and no flag, I should say. Honestly, the Buccaneers got lucky because Morrison was definitely holding on to Tesla's shoulder pads right there upfield. That's a bad missed call by the officials. It's a great break right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Good break for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, a pistol formation for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield steps up. He calls a quick audible, both arms out. He steps back. Back in the pistol formation from the 15. A snap and a handoff. This time Rachaad White going to pick up just a yard, maybe 2. It brings up a 2nd down and 8 And you know what? I don't think we're going to see another play before the end of the quarter here. We may not see another play before the end of the quarter here. First quarter coming to a close. Bucks can't hold him, says JC. Bucks can't hold him. Suri, what's going on? Suri in the house. Baby is doing well. Christina, wife, is downstairs with baby. This will take us to the end of the quarter, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, second quarter coming up here shortly. I got a 2nd down and 8 from the Tampa Bay 17 when we get back from the commercial break. Tampa Bay got lucky. There was no holding call that was there. It was very much possible to happen. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. We are so close to our next goal. We're going to see the odometer change tonight, and that's going to be super cool. End of Mario's first quarter, says Wesley. When can we see the baby? Friday night. I will have baby with me on Friday night for the first 3 innings of Game 1 of the Major League Baseball World Series, because I'll be in dad mode hard, man. I'll be in dad mode, and it will be flexing dad mode for sure. Okay. Edgar saying, bad decision out there. Still turning wrenches on this truck and running from the Hornets, says Jack Bunn. All right, guys, what's going on with y'all? Who is your favorite team? Let's ask y'all this right now. I said I would read the chats this time. It's the end of the first quarter. Who is your NFL team? Who is your NFL team? Guys, let's find out who it is, and I will bring up y'all's schedule for next week. I see the Lions coming in next week. The Detroit Lions will have a matchup with nobody. They have a bye week. Someone said Patriots out here. Patriots have a matchup with the Browns next week. Bears/Lions, Chicago Bears have a matchup right here with the Baltimore Ravens. Who else we got? I see Eagles. Solomon saying Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have a matchup with the New York Giants in Week 8. Pittsburgh Steelers checking into the chat. This will be Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers and Pittsburgh Steelers should be a pretty good one. Pittsburgh and Steelers should be a pretty good one. Living like Larry. Next week, the Seattle Seahawks are also on a bye week in Week 8, ladies and gentlemen. Also on a bye week in Week 8. Ricky, how about them Cowboys, big dog? We've got the Denver Broncos to go up against this week. Denver Broncos in Week 8. I will be live for that game, folks. I will be live for that one. LA Rams, says Wesley. Wesley, your LA Rams also have a bye week after the London game that they just went through right now. Brandon checking in for the 49ers. 49ers have a matchup against the Houston Texans. Who else checked into this conversation right now? Looks like Redskins. Redskins have been renamed to the Washington Commanders, but they will have Monday Night Football versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs got a matchup out there. You can see that DJ Jean versus the Washington Commanders. Okay. I hope I got most of those out of the way. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have an NFC matchup next week. Panthers checking in. Buffalo Bills matchup next week. Dolphins, they have the Falcons next week. So let's get back to the action. We are starting the second quarter, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the football now. Single back formation from the 15-yard line. Here it's the wind-up and the throw. Baker Mayfield gonna throw this over. The catch is made. This should be pass interference, and it doesn't matter. Mike Evans makes the grab. This should be a huge first down here. Let's see what the officials have to say. There's a flag on the play, and this should be DPI, but wow, Mike Evans makes the grab upfield. Let's see where they mark it. Evans makes the catch. The backside does touch, but there's a flag either way. Let's see if it's going to be a catch. There's a clear hold right there by Yasin. Rock Yasin all over Mike Evans on that one. Let's see where they mark this, guys. Let's see where they mark this. There's a flag on the play. Holding on the defense. That penalty is declined. Pass interference on the defense. That penalty is going to be a spot foul, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will get a big first down. So, pass interference on the Detroit Lions. A big penalty here. Moves the football out to the Tampa Bay 40-yard line. So, Buccaneers getting their first down of this drive. First down coming up right now for Tampa Bay. It's a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Buccaneers just shy of midfield now. Baker Mayfield under center. Let's see if the offense can get themselves figured out. Quick call, looking to the right, looking to the left. Baker Mayfield changing something here. Play clock down to 4, the snap and the handoff. Rachaad White going to get the carry here. Todd Bowles committed to making the run work. Committed to running the football on first down as well. Don't know if I love that traditional approach here because we know that Dan Campbell is pretty innovative. Baker Mayfield maybe having issues hearing with the headphones. Can't quite hear what she's saying right now. But I've got a 2nd down and 8, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all ready for this? 2nd down and 8, guys. Football to the Tampa Bay 42, just shy of midfield. Here is Baker in a shotgun formation. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right. Evans not on the field for this play. Going to wind up and throw. Catch is made. Looks like Rachaad White going to make the catch out of the backfield. Moves this football out to about the 47-yard line. It does bring up a 3rd down and 3 after a 5-yard pickup here. So a 3rd down coming up for Tampa Bay. And Baker Mayfield now has to find a way to convert. You hear the bell toll. Can Baker get the Buccaneers to the promised land? Break. 3rd down and 3. Baker Mayfield directing traffic right here. Motion on the field. Trips to the left. Baker waits for it. Here is the snap. Play clock counting down. He will wind up and throw. It's tipped in the air. The tip drill. Passes incomplete. 4th down. Another 4th down. Baker Mayfield struggling hard in today's game, and that's exactly what I did not need. I need Baker Mayfield to go ham slam bananas, and it's just not happening today. So 4th down and 3 from the Tampa Bay 47. This drive stalls out. This drive stalls out, and the Buccaneers just looking for an answer here. Buccaneers just looking for an answer here. Sterling Shepard was wide open, and Baker Mayfield was looking the wrong way. Sterling Shepard could have had a touchdown there, and Baker just looking the wrong way. Here's the boot. This one from Dixon going to go back to the 15-yard line. Signaled a fair catch at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, Detroit Lions. Let's hope that this game gets a little more interesting. Give Jameson the ball. Give Jameson Williams the ball, says Tara O'Leary. Okay, guys, another stop today. This Detroit Lions defense definitely holding up right now. The Serious Moonlight watching from the airport, checking in right now. Ham slam, bananas, my friend. Going ham. Hard as a mofo. Going ham slam. You know? Nah, mean, Jelly Bean? Rah-rah, says unseated. JFC, says Paul, says Raul Perez. Knicks scored 30 in the 4th quarter, so anything is possible, says Phil McCracken. That is true. HB Link saying, I think it's going to be a shootout. No, it will be a shutout. A shout down. Shouts down, shutdown, I think is what we meant right there. Okay. Love to punt, says Lions 1 DT. Foul. Okay. Here's a question coming in. Hey, at Football Nation, Detroit Lions going to the Super Bowl? What do you think? Motor City DJ, let's just start with the Detroit Lions getting a win over Green Bay before we get to the Super Bowl here. Let's just start with the Lions getting a win over the Green Bay Packers. Right now, they don't even have the better record out of the 2 teams that are playing today. Is it possible? Yes. Are they going there? I can't say that they will with confidence yet. Can't say that they will with confidence yet. It is possible. It's possible that the Buccaneers go to the Super Bowl again. Okay. Deshaun Jackson or Antonio Brown? I would take AB in his prime for sure, dude. I would take AB in his prime for sure. Bro, they're cooked, says Amanda. Dude, it's way too early for that, Amanda. It's way too early for that. Reading some more of these comments coming in. Yeah, this game isn't exactly the most exhilarating right now, Alan, but it could open up. What I'm starting to not really vibe with on this game is the fact that ESPN has a lot of downtime in between cuts to the field. A lot of downtime in between cuts to the field. Here we go. So I've got myself on the screen here. 1st and 10 coming up for these Detroit Lions. 13 minutes and a few seconds on the board. Waiting for the snap right now is Jared Goff. Goff under center here with a single back motion. Snap, play action. Goff will wind up and throw on a screen play. Looks like David Montgomery's going to break forward. Passed out to the 30-yard line. Down at the 29. It's a 1st and 10. Big first down here for the Detroit Lions. First down. By the way, the last drive for the Detroit Lions was a really good drive, guys. The last drive for the Detroit Lions was really good. Dan Campbell always likes to go for it on 4th downs. The Detroit Lions could have a 10-point lead right now, but instead they have a 7-point lead right now. It's a 1st and 10. If it happens again, I wonder, did Campbell learn his lesson or is he committing to this bit? Single back formation, motion on the field, a handoff left-hand side, going backwards on the play. David Montgomery will lose yards. 2nd down and 12 coming up here. Backed up to the Detroit 27. Football at the 27-yard line. Detroit Lions haven't gone very far on this drive, just 13 yards from where the drive started. Again, at the 27-yard line, you can do the math there. Baker needs to bake, says Vicious Tuna. Why are the coaches leaving points on the field so consistently, says me, myself. Looks like whistles and flags coming in quickly here on 2nd down and 12. That indicates a false start to me. This will be false start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down. It was a 2nd down and 12, and Penny Sewell flinched on the line. So it becomes 2nd down and 17 now for the Detroit Lions. They go backwards. They go backwards here. 2nd down and 17. Football at the 21. Motion on the field towards the far side here. Football on the left hash, and Jared Goff waits for the snap. The near side of the field towards the bottom of the screen. Goff looks to the far side. Will wind up and throw. The catch is made. Amon-Ra St. Brown makes the grab and is brought down at the right hash at about the 34-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd down and 5 after the 12-yard pickup. 3rd down and 5. The clock is ticking once again. 12-yard gain. 3rd down and 5. Detroit Lions still shy of midfield on their own 34-yard line. 3rd down and 5. Here we go. Amon-Ra St. Brown today. 5 targets, 4 receptions, already 79 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 21 rushing yards. David Montgomery, -1 rushing yards. He's also got 15 receiving yards. Goff takes the snap from the 34. On 3rd down and 5, he's wrapped up and sacked for a loss. A loss of 12, and Dennis is in on the play. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 17 once again, and it looks like the punt team will come out now. Wow, great stop there by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense to get the sack on the play. Down goes Goff. 4th down and 17. The Detroit Lions going to punt this one away. Steve Barker flexing the Pirate stuff. I like it, Steve. Let's go, says Other People's Money Corporation. The boot from Jack Fox over to Kameron Johnson. Johnson will return from the 30. Gets to the 35. Down at the 36. 1st and 10 coming up now. 1st and 10 coming up now. Baker Mayfield doesn't even have 15 passing yards yet. Meanwhile, Jared Goff, 164. That is a huge, stark contrast between these two quarterbacks right now, and not at all what we expected when we look at the head-to-head. Guys, I'm going to show you all a graphic here really quick, but before I do that, take a look at this. Baker Mayfield, 4 of 6 for 14 yards. Jared Goff, 10 of 12 for 164. If we look at the quarterback comparison coming into today, Baker Mayfield has more passing yards and rushing yards than Jared Goff. But today, Jared Goff, at least to this point, which, by the way, there are 10 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the first half, Jared Goff having his way with this Buccaneers. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but having some success yardage-wise when you look at the head-to-head comparison. Just drinking my HEB sparkling water, guys. That's sparkle. Dude, I love that stuff. It's so good. Making sure we stay hydrated right now. James Joseph saying, Amun-Ra, the Egyptian right there. I hope Detroit loses by 3, says Northern D.C. Bucks will punt it again. Just watch. Embarrassing of a stat, says just another collector. Which part, man? Which part? I mean, just looking at these numbers right now, Baker Mayfield had done a fantastic job this season. Only 14 passing yards at all. Only 14 passing yards today. Defenses both holding up okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense only giving up 7 points right now. Detroit Lions not giving up any in the first half. They have held this team to 14 yards, so they are definitely on track. Meanwhile, Jared Goff and company have done quite a bit of damage here in the first half of this game. If we look at it, total yards already given up 173. So not even done with the first half. They are behind schedule here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to tighten down just a little bit, and the offense needs to find a little bit of flow. Still in a commercial break, waiting to get back. Man, these breaks are dragging today, it feels like. What's going on? We've got Sin Nombre saying Baker for MVP, huh? Baker for MVP, huh? What's going on, Manuel Torres? Am I covering the Seahawks game today? Yes, Joe Howland, I am covering that game as well. If ESPN decides to, move quicker with their breaks, we can probably get to that game sooner rather than later. Detroit Lions on defense. Here's the snap for Baker Mayfield on the 36. Baker going to wind up and throw. This one incomplete. Looks like a miscue. Johnson and Evans both running into each other. Mike Evans slow to get up, but he does get up. Clock stops with 10:02. We're all a little worried and concerned about Mike Evans, probably playing less than 100% today. Same has got to be true for Emeka Egbuka, who I don't see out there. He hasn't been targeted. Nothing for him. He was doubtful coming into today. And I don't know why they said Egbuka would be playing if he's not actually playing. Baker Mayfield, there he is. Egbuka's in the slot at the top of the screen right now. Here's the snap, looking that way. The first target for him, a catch made at the 40. Down goes Emeka Egbuka. It is going to be from second down to third down and 6. Just a 4-yard grab here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Catch is made. Let's get the clock ticking here. Catch is made, third down and 6. The Buccaneers have moved from the 36 to the 40. Emeka Egbuka getting himself involved in this game. Maybe Baker Mayfield will continue looking that way. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions defense has been pretty good. Trips on the left. Egbuka on the move. There's the snap, and Baker will step up, winds up, throws. Catch is made. Looks like it's going to be enough. Cade Otton makes the grab. That's going to be a first down, Tampa Bay. Good catch made here. Underneath a short route run from Cade Otton. It's a 6-yard catch. He leans into the hash mark there. Does get the first down. He's saying, I thought it was short. I heard Troy Aikman right now say, I thought it was short. Honestly, I thought it was a little bit short too. But the official's going to mark it a first down. It's a 1st and 10. Football to the Tampa Bay 46. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a fresh new set of downs. Let's see if the offense can start clicking here with Egbuka back in. Actually, it looks like he's not going to be there on this play. A deep shot downfield. That's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 8:32. 8:32. Mike Evans trying to say something over here to the side judge. Having a conversation with them. Tez Johnson was the intended receiver on that last play. A 2nd down and 10 for Tampa Bay. They're looking for an answer here. Have yet to score in the first half. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the first half of this one. Motion on the field. Baker takes the snap. He will hand this off. Looks like to Sean Tucker. And Tucker will pick up 4 yards, getting this one out to the 50-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Sean Tucker with his first carry of the day. Gets a 4-yard run. That's okay, but now we need something out of Baker. 3rd down and 6, and the defensive line of this Detroit Lions playing with some what Detroit Lions fans love to say. It's their favorite word. It's grit. It's gritty. Aiden Hutchinson has had a sack in each of the last 5 games. That is a Detroit Lions franchise record, by the way. He is lined up, and the Lions are showing blitz on this one. It's an empty backfield. Let's see how many they throw on this defense. It is a blitz, a 5-man rush. Baker going to wind up and throw. The catch is made by Mike Evans. He is pushed out of bounds mid-air by Rock Ya-Sin, and this will go down as an incomplete pass. 4th down. Oh, man, 1 foot in. Couldn't get that second one down. Only 1 foot down. The catch was made by Mike Evans, but he couldn't safely make the grab and I guess bring in that other leg. It brings up a 4th down. Rock Ya-Sin going to be a hero here for the Detroit Lions defense, and yet another punt for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here is the boot. This one going to go way back. It's going to be signaled a fair catch again at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 with 7:35. We're midway through this second quarter. They're punting again, guys. Punting again. Pretty crazy that they're still punting this football. Pretty crazy that they're still punting this football. Okay, guys. So we are live right now. We are hanging out. And, yeah, man, I can't control how this game goes. All I can do is call it for you to the best of my abilities. Waiting for the Detroit Lions to do something special here, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really need Baker Mayfield to show up. It is hard to watch Baker Mayfield already almost 30 minutes into this game, and yet only having 24 passing yards. Rhonda checking in. Welcome to First Down. Rhonda checking in. It's Randall. It's Randall DeLaughter. Randall. What's going on, Randy? Thank you, bro. Thanks for checking in, Randall. The pair chase about law school, says James Joseph. Lions always show up on Monday night, says HB Link. Touchdown, says Sticky. That's Sticky Icky. What's going on, my sticky friend? Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a trivia quiz for y'all during halftime. We will have a trivia quiz for y'all during halftime. That should be a lot of fun. Don't go anywhere. I will have a few questions for y'all at that time. I'm going to step away from this, though. Really, man? That doesn't sound weird to y'all at all? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Let's take a quick look, guys. We are in the middle of this game, and you know what? You know what? Looks like we are cooking right now. My name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. Who is new in the chat? You sounded like a choo-choo train. Bobby Brochure, says Wesley. Buccaneers can come back. Bucks are playing as if someone, coach, dreamt up some supposedly great play and are hammering it. Although, reading some of that, does that count? I am new, says the Muffin. Bus in. That muffin is bussin', fam. What's up? That muffin is bussin'. Okay, my brother used to say that. I used to always poke fun at him all the time for that. Looks like Humble checking in right now. What's going on, Eric Dexter? John. Looks like John Hodgetts saying I am new. What's up, John Hodgetts? Thank you for checking in, guys. Jason saying me, not new to the chat, or new to the chat, says Sean Canning outside of Houston. What's up, Sean Canning? Thank you for checking in, bro. Welcome back, Sean, or welcome into Baker. What's going on, Stacy saying I am new. Guys, give me just a second. We'll give y'all an actual moment here at the 2-minute warning to introduce all the newbies, guys. During the 2-minute warning, we're going to ask you guys who is new, and I will read out as many as possible. We are coming back from the commercial break, y'all. Coming back from the commercial break, and the first thing I see is the official throwing some laundry, so a flag on the play. And this is going to be a false start on the offense. The Detroit Lions going to commit the false start penalty. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down. So 1st and 15 coming up. 1st down and 15. Football at the Detroit Lions 8-yard line after the penalty. Midway through the second quarter, The Detroit Lions only have 7 points on the board. Amon-Ra St. Brown on the move on this play. Here's the snap and a handoff to, looks like Jahmyr Gibbs. A good spin move here at the line of scrimmage will open up a couple extra yards that he wasn't going to have initially. He will pick up 5 yards, but they were behind schedule after that penalty. The 5-yard pickup makes it 2nd down and 10, but hold the phone. There's another flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. Another flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is. Looks like the camera's focusing on Dan Campbell at the moment, waiting for the call. That's going to be a face mask here, pulling on the face mask of Jahmyr Gibbs. Barely, man. I don't think the fingers got in there. It's not a face mask. It's a block in the back. It's a block in the back against Khalif Raymond. They focused on a face mask. The officials call it illegal block in the back against the Detroit Lions. You've got to be kidding me. So, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and somehow it's a penalty against Detroit. Don't know how that happened, but it happened. It's a replay of first down. It becomes a first down. It's a replay of it again. It's a 1st and 15, I guess. Maybe a 1st and 17? Half the distance? Not quite sure. I got illegal block in the back above the waist. Yeah, it's 6-yard and forced from the Detroit 12. It's a 1st down and 17. 1st and 17. The Detroit Lions going to play now from the 6-yard line. Are we on page here, folks? I know that sounded a little bit confusing here. The penalty happened beyond the line of scrimmage. The penalty happened beyond the line of scrimmage. But because of where they were, it's going to move them to a 1st and 17 down to the Detroit 6. They're highlighting Antoine Winfield Jr. It wasn't a real pull on the face mask, guys. I think he just had the hand kind of on the visor area. I honestly think that's a good no call. Here's a snap and a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, this time Gibbs will take the football to about the 9-yard line. It's a 2nd down and 14 coming up. 2nd down and 14, 6 minutes and 55 seconds. I say that to myself so I can make sure the clock is where it needs to be. The low-energy Detroits will lose, says Little Iggy. Let's see. Let them play, refs, says Kenny Tran. Oh, no. Hold the phone. We are now looking at an injury timeout, folks. An injury timeout coming in, and a name that you don't want to see go down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defense is down on the field right now. Lavonte David is down right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, you better recognize that name. Also a future Hall of Famer, guys. Lavonte David has been the heart and soul of this defense alongside with Vita Vea for years out here for Tampa Bay, and right now he is down, and they are looking at the lower extremities right now. So down goes David, and that's a tough situation, man. That's a tough situation right now. Vegas call, says Sip Karoy. That's a huge loss, says Phil McCracken. That's a huge loss. That is a huge loss. So let's see if he's okay, and if he is okay, then that's great. If he's not okay, maybe it's a situation where it's not a season ender. Maybe he's just a little banged up after that hit, and he might need to sit out for the rest of this one, maybe lose a game or two. You never know. We don't know right now. We don't want to speculate. They didn't show any highlight clip right here. Haven't seen anything. They are in the middle of a commercial break at the moment. When we get back from the commercial break, the Detroit Lions offense will be up against this Buccaneers defense. It will be a 2nd down and 4 at the 2nd down and 14 at the Detroit Lions 9-yard line. 2nd down and 14 at the Detroit Lions 9-yard line. The under is looking super, says Proxy Bets. The under is looking very good today. Curious to see who will fit in or who will fill in now for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Filling in if necessary. We'll take a look at the linebackers remaining here. Behind Lavonte David, you've got Anthony Nelson. No, maybe John Bullock Looks like Levante David during the commercial break was able to get up and walk off to the sideline. Levante David looks like he's up on his feet and got to the sideline under his own power. That is good news, but he is on the sideline for this play. So 6:45 left to go. Let's start the clock. Shotgun formation from the 9-yard line. Jared Goff pointing into that defense. He will take the snap. Survey, winds up and throws. The catch is going to be made. Down at about the 17-yard line goes Khalif Raymond. This will bring up a 3rd down and 6. So an 8-yard pickup here for Khalif Raymond. Clock is hot. Football to the Detroit 17. 3rd down and 6. Detroit can definitely convert here. Levante David, all that scare for nothing, guys. All that scare for nothing. David back in on this play. Camera focused on him. The snap happens quickly. The blitz is coming in. Goff will wind up and throw. That pass is in the dirt. It's a 4th down and 6. Man, they blitzed the house, stopped the clock. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what it is. Oh, it's a flag in the secondary, guys. They're going to call this illegal contact. Illegal contact, guys. My goodness. Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that will be a 5-yard penalty. Jamel Dean making contact with Amon-Ra St. Brown well beyond that 5-yard line allowance. He actually brings down Amon-Ra St. Brown or wraps up with him. That is going to be an automatic 1st down here for the Detroit Lions. So Detroit is now gifted, courtesy of the Zebras here, a 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 22. A snap and a handoff. There goes Gibbs, and Gibbs is gone. The 40, the 50, the 40. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. And the Lions put 6 more points on the board. A monster 78-yard rushing touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs. Makes the score 13-0, and that's why you draft Jahmyr Gibbs. That's why you draft Jahmyr Gibbs. 78-yard run to the right-hand side. Touchdown. My goodness. Wow. Another monster play. That is 4 plays, 87 yards, 1 minute and 44 seconds. And now Baker Mayfield is going to have to wake up. He's going to have to snap out of it. This extra point attempt is good. 5:51 left to go, and we finally got some action in this game. Been a while. Averaging 10.6 yards per carry right now, says Sean Canning. To the 40, to the 50, the 40, the 30. Man, he went all the way there, Wesley. Why do people keep saying it's rigged, says Todd Tier? I don't know, man. I don't know. Bro, y'all know the Bucs will end up winning tonight, right, says Parker. Parker, are you sure about that? Bucs are getting exposed tonight, it appears, says Julie. That is possible. 313 saying, Vita who? Vita who? HB Link saying that the Bucs ain't. That smiley face right now. Detroit versus everybody in the refs, says HB Link. Tried to tell you Bucs fans to get out of those bets while you could, says Wolverine. Get out of those bets while you can. Wolverine had his crystal ball today. Big play right there from the Detroit Lions, guys. We got to 54,000. I love it. I wonder how far we can get. Smash that like button, says unknown to you. 1K says unknown. $1,000? $1,000 make you holler? That was a good play, guys. That's all I can say. Fantastic play. Doesn't matter if you're a Buccaneers fan or a Detroit Lions fan. Jahmyr Gibbs turned on the Jets, was clearly the fastest player on the field on that play, and was clearly second most in first 3 seasons in Lions history. Jahmyr Gibbs' 37th career touchdown. 37 career touchdowns. First 3 seasons. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's scroll down a little bit, get you guys some of these stats. There's the kickoff, guys. And the Detroit Lions will send this back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers going to kneel this one in the end zone. We will start this drive at the Tampa Bay 35. So far in this game, the Detroit Lions have a total of 266 total yards. And Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a total of 36 total yards. You can see that over here. 266 to 36. Buccaneers need something. Baker Mayfield with Cade Otton on the move. The snap and the handoff to the left-hand side. Rashad White will put up a stiff arm, sits a man down, gets to the 40. It's a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2nd down and 5. Can the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own? A huge discrepancy between these two teams and what they've been able to produce in the first half of this game. They are highlighting that huge stiff arm there from Rashad White. Sits Hallett down. Man, that was a big stiff arm there. Okay, doesn't matter. It looks cool, but you know what looks better? A winning score line. 2nd down and 5 at the 40-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Under center, Baker Mayfield waits for it. They are showing a regular play here, but the blitz will come in. A wind-up and a throw deep downfield. The catch is made! Oh, my goodness. Down goes Mike Evans. He might be unconscious here. He is blinking. He's not moving. Evans is down. Evans is down. He is not moving. It looked like a catch, but Mike Evans is down, and he is not moving. Evans face down in the dirt and is not moving. Now he's been rolled over onto his back. He has missed 3 games with a hamstring injury, and now he's down on the ground. Don't know if it's a hamstring. Don't know if it's something else, but he's not moving. He made the catch. Both hands were on it. He was on his back, and then he let go of the football during the hit while he was being rolled over. He clearly made the catch, but couldn't hang on to it through the play. This will bring up a 3rd down and 5, but no one really cares about that. Mike Evans is down. He has been sat up. They're talking questions to him. He's shaking his head. Evans can barely move right now. Evans has been sat up. They are looking at him. Emeka Egbuka has now become the focal point. Slow to move, Evans. Very slow to move. He's up to one knee now. This could be a concussion thing, maybe? I don't know. But he was very not okay on the ground moments ago. Very not okay moments ago. Looks neurological the way his extremities went stiff immediately. Anybody watching the game right now, it did not look like a hamstring issue to me. It looked like it was something upstairs. Evans is being helped off the field right now. It could be anything. He is walking with his eyes closed right now. Literally walking with his eyes closed right now. So something is not good. Evans likely not going to return in this game, guys. I've seen this before, man. I don't think Evans will be coming back in this game. I wonder how much time he's going to miss this season. A godsend in Emeka Egbuka for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Motion on the field from Sterling Shepard going to the bottom. It's a 3rd down and 5. Baker Mayfield waits for the snap. He takes it. The 4-man rush coming in. Baker's in trouble. Baker steps up. Baker will be bagged, and down goes Baker Mayfield. 4th down and 11. And the Detroit Lions defense showing no mercy here. 4th down and 11, no mercy from Detroit. It's going to be a long night for Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers, and my fantasy teams are going to be cooked. But I really just hope that Mike Evans is okay. Okay, guys, Tampa is in trouble, says Garden Fruits Gamer. Waiting for the snap. Here is the boot. Riley Dixon sending this over to Khalif Raymond. Raymond to return, signals a fair catch at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. for the Detroit Lions. 4:13 left to go. Lions looking to make this a one-sided blowout affair right now. Already bad enough, saying Strange. It is. No one needs to be injured, says Wesley. I agree, man. I had my money on Evans, bruh. OMFG, says Chuddy. I know, dude. I know, man. I know. Me too. A lot of hopes riding on Mike Evans today, coming back into this game. Okay, one more, says Edgar Vasquez. One more. 1st and 10, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. We've got a shotgun formation. David Montgomery this time in on the play, standing to the left of Jared Goff. Looks like coach is going to give him a couple of reps here. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom from the 14-yard line. Looks like the Lions will get this one, a wind-up and a throw. The catch will be made by David Montgomery. It brings up a 2nd down. 2nd down. Clock is ticking. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard pickup here. 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard pickup here. Baker Mayfield with 0 points for fantasy football. If he's got a hamstring, he's done, says Marge Can. Honestly, yeah, he might be done for like his whole career. Good evening to everyone enjoying the game, says Angel Romero. What's going on, man? Here's the snap. Looking, winds up, throws, catch is made on the right-hand side, and this time there's going to be another flag on the play. Stops the clock with 3:32. 3:32. Let's find out what this flag is. Thank you to Courtney for handling that one. Appreciate you, Courtney. Good looking out, girl. Appreciate you. We got ourselves 3 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. There's a flag on the play, waiting to see what the call is from the officials. Camera focusing on Jamel Dean. Now it's on Jared Goff. No idea. Pass interference on the offense against the Detroit Lions. So pass interference against the offense. Offensive OPI. Jamison Williams with a push-off on the play. Jamison Williams with a push-off on the play. It was 2nd down and 7. That's not OPI. I don't know. I didn't like that angle. That did not look like OPI to me. But they're going to call it a replay of 2nd down. It's a 2nd down and 12 now. 2nd down and 12. Didn't look like much of an OPI to me, but the official called it, so here we are. This backs them up to the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Jared Goff. Empty backfield, takes the snap from the 9-yard line. Will air this one out deep. Shot to St. Brown. Incomplete pass. 3rd down here. 3rd down and 15. Don't know why it says 12. 3rd down and 15. The clock is stopped with 3:10. The Detroit Lions on the 9-yard line. Detroit Lions on the 9-yard line. I wonder if the officials will get their the officials got to get it figured out, man. These officials, a couple of bad calls today, a couple of missed calls today, a couple of setbacks for the Detroit Lions that I don't believe should have been setbacks for the Detroit Lions. We're all hoping for the Buccaneers to make this game a little more interesting. This one's going to be tipped inside the end zone. It ends up going down into the ground. Roberts almost making a big play. Instead, still a solid play. 4th down and 15, but that could have been an interception. That could have been an interception. Everyone go bet on Shepard to go over 50 yards, says Phil McCracken. Such a specific stat, Vicious Tuna. Such a specific stat. Okay, 4th down and 15. 3:06 here. There's the snap, the boot. This one going up, and away. Maybe a good field position here for Tampa Bay. The kick all the way to the 30, out to the 35, still shy of the 40. It ends up still being a very good punt. That one, 66 yards. It's returned for 13. We get a 1st and 10 now coming up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Mike Evans is being carted off right now, guys. Mike Evans on a cart. Mike Evans on a cart right now going to the locker room. Just so you know, is what I just saw. Mike Evans on the sideline on a cart heading to the locker room right now. 1st and 10. Empty backfield. Baker Mayfield looking to steal some points before the half is over. Baker waits for the snap. 3 receivers on the right. Here's the play. Winding up and throwing. Catch is made by Sterling Shepard. Shepard will fumble the football. It's going to be recovered. I think the Detroit Lions get the football back. It is Detroit Lions football. It just went from bad to worse. And the Buccaneers have nothing going on offensively. This is an absolute clinic right now on how to not play offense. Sterling Shepard made the catch, a couple of football moves, a solid punch right there. Robertson punching that football loose for the Detroit Lions. A dog pile to recover the football. The Detroit Lions come up with it. It's 1st and 10 for Detroit at the Tampa Bay 41. The Lions are roaring. Vicious calling him the Yuccaneers right now. You know, I was just saying they had a chance if they could steal back some points here, and instead it's a turnover. You out here saying, go take Shepard for 50 yards. I don't think so. Hope his career isn't shot after that. Human body can only take so much. He's been playing a long time, says Cheryl. You're referring to Mike Evans? Yeah, I echo that sentiment. 41-yard line, Tampa Bay Buccaneers territory. Detroit Lions now have the football. Jared Goff picks up the left arm, takes the snap, hands this off. This time, David Montgomery takes it out to about the 36-yard line, maybe the 35. 2nd down and 5 coming up now. 2nd down and 4. Clock is ticking. 2nd down and 4, we are approaching the 2-minute warning. They don't need another play before we hit the 2-minute warning, so we may not get one. Jared Goff under center right now, pointing to both directions. Does get the snap. We'll hand this off, and Montgomery will get wrapped up and loses a yard on the deal. 3rd down and 5, and this takes us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, guys, yes, I will be doing the Seahawks and Texans game as well. 2-minute warning. I promised you guys we'd do this. Okay, all of the newbies, here's your time to shine. If you are new, drop 5 emojis. I'm going to do my best to read all of these right now, guys. But if you are new, drop 5 emojis. Let me know where you at. 2 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Mike Evans is out. Here come those emojis. I see Mark Craig checking in. Thank you, Mark Craig, for checking in. Tom Dilly, America. What's up, Tom Dilly? I see Garden Fruits checking into the chat as well, guys. Devin, what's going on? Todd Tier, I know you're not new, man, but welcome in right now. Stop trying to help keep the Bucks in, says HB Link. Bag of Donuts, what's going on, Bag of Donuts, bro? Welcome into Football Nation. We got Brawl. Brawwall, 3158 dropping the balloons. We've got X-Star Fang checking in. What's up, X-Star Fang? Welcome to Football Nation. Scenery Savannah checking in as well. Lots of new names, guys. I'm seeing a lot of emojis. Okay, I got to run through these pretty quick right now. Jessica is in the house. Henry Murphy is in the house. What up, Henry? We got Sheldon Boone checking in. Looks like Rendezvous, spelled an interesting name. But what's going on, Rendezvous? We've got Big Grizz checking in. Spencer checking in as well. Cuddy Caesar in the house. What up, Cuddy Caesar? Woo Benton. What's going on? Lots of sports emojis for this one. Kelsey's nuts. Got him. Got him. What's up, dude? Thanks for checking in the Bronx, New York. Zabadoo checking in. We've got Santane Stafford in the house. Santane, hello. Justine is in the house. Garden Fruits still with us. Bobby Darisaw, hello. Jay Witt checking in. Lions Moore, I see you checking in as well. Louis Medina, Dad Boy, salute to you, my friend, with the trademark as well. Still reading some name, guys. We are in the middle of the 2-minute warning. I asked really quickly if you are new to drop 5 emojis. We have not come back from the commercial break just yet, so I know I'm rambling off a bunch of names. Don't go anywhere. We'll have a trivia quiz for you guys during halftime as well. Headquarters 2K, what's going on? Checking in with us, Gustavo Rodriguez. Que onda, mi gente? We got Jesse Lopez. What's going on, Jesse Lopez? Wayne Adams. Jay Wills checking in. Terry Lee is in the house. Mella Mama with us. Catherine with us. Chudy with us. Pixel with us. What is going on, guys? I didn't get a chance to read all of the names, and I do apologize in advance for that. But the game is back on, so let's get focused on this. The 2-minute warning is now over. It's a 3rd down and 5 from the 36-yard line. A wind-up and a throw. This pass is incomplete. It brings up a 4th down and 5 and also stops the clock, buying Baker Mayfield just this much more time with 3 timeouts available. 3 timeouts available here for both of these teams. Newbie still checking in right now, guys. I appreciate y'all checking in, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, John Turner. Thank you, Edwaquatics. Edwaquatics saying, Bronx, stand up. Aubrey, I see you. Okay. Welcome to First Downs. Michael Murray, welcome to First Downs, my friend. 4th down and 5. A 54-yard field goal attempt for the Detroit Lions is no good. The Detroit Lions attempted a 54-yarder, and the kick is no good. Detroit Lions 54-yard field goal attempt from the left hash goes up, and it's not there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Nice job. Nice job, Newbie from Costa Rica. Thank you, my friend. That kick is no good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers another drive where the defense comes off the field without conceding any points. Will the Buccaneers score points before the end of the half? They have been shut out all the way. We are 28 minutes into this game. Baker Mayfield going to check this one down. Catch is going to be made by Cade Otton here. They're saying it's intercepted. They're saying it's going to be a catch right now. Let's watch it right here. It's not intercepted. It is going to be a catch made by Otton. Ooh, they fought for that one. That's a 50-50 ball. I don't know who had it. They had to wrestle for that. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Baker takes it. Baker drops, and it looks like whistles coming in. 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6, and whistles coming in. Before the snap, is this play being reviewed? Let's see. They're showing the replay one more time. They're fighting for it. It's on the shoulder pad. They get some separation. This could be an incomplete pass. I mean, I don't know what the call is here. The clock has stopped, guys. Let's find out. I think this is a review here. The clock has stopped. The call was a catch by Cade Otton. There has to be enough to reverse it. So this play is under review. Cade Otton made a one-handed grab and pinned it inside the bicep here in this area. He got wrapped up immediately right there by Mullet, and he and Mullet got wrapped up, tangled up. Mullet thought he had intercepted it. Cade Otton says that he hung on to it. He did really hang on to it, and they fought for that football. It was a 50-50 fight. And if it came down to it, then Otton won that battle. I mean, he definitely had control by the end of it all. They might say that this is an incomplete pass. We're waiting to see who got the football here. This could be an interception. After review, the defender did intercept the pass. What? Oh my goodness. Wow. The defender intercepted this one, and Baker Mayfield's night just went in the toilet. An interception there for Baker Mayfield. He's 7 of 14, 25 passing yards, an interception tonight. It's a turnover. Mullet will intercept that one. Wow, the Lions just continuing to beat up on the Buccaneers, and the Lions going to get the football here at about the 48-yard line. What happened to Baker, says Sip Cider. That call, that's a BS call, says Phil. Horrible call, says Phil. I can't believe that the officials called that. I also feel like the snap was made before the officials stopped that play. Here's the snap and the handoff from the 48, a run to the left-hand side. This will be a 1-yard gain. It's a 2nd down. 2nd down and 9. Clock at about 1:38. Nobody calling a timeout right now. Nobody calling a timeout right now. Clock is ticking, 2nd down and 9. And my internet is down, says MDK. Does Baker have a fumble as well? Baker has had a rough night, man. Sterling Shepard had the fumble earlier, not Baker Mayfield. Shotgun formation. That is 2 turnovers today, though, for the Detroit Lions defense. Motion on the field. Jared Goff waits for the snap. Looks like Jahmyr Gibbs is standing to his right. Motion from Jameson Williams. 1 minute left to go. He will wind up and throw to St. Brown. St. Brown will pick up 9 yards. Call it a gain of 8 on 2nd down and 9. It brings up a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. The clock will continue to tick here. Actually, it stops as forward momentum goes out of bounds. Takes him out of bounds. So running out of bounds inside the 2-minute warning with forward momentum. That will bring up a 3rd down and 1. Clock has stopped. 63 seconds left to go. Second half comeback, says Guy Tuber. Second half comeback, says Guy Tuber. Let's see if it happens. Secondary ain't even starting, says HB Link. Here's the snap and a quarterback sneak. Jared Goff gonna take it himself for a 2-yard pickup on 3rd down and 1. He will get it, and this will bring up a fresh new set of downs. 1st down, Jared Goff. QB sneak. Clock is still ticking here, guys. Detroit Lions have all 3 of their timeouts. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will get the football to start the 2nd half, and the Buccaneers have to be asking themselves if they can leave here. Oops, timeout is going to be called this time by the Detroit Lions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers got to be asking themselves, first of all, if they can get to the locker room with a 14-0 deficit, is 14 points going to be enough to beat us today? Mullet's takeaway. That was crazy. That's amazing, G. The lack of football knowledge, says Wolverine. What do you mean? What do you mean, Wolverine? I just love the way he says 1st down, says X-Fang. Haven't had a chance to say that a whole lot here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A timeout has been calling right now. Gonna be more than 14, says Lightning Dez. Motion on the field to the bottom of the screen, the far side of the field. This snap from the right hash. The blitz coming in. Goff is going to get crushed on the blitz. That's a huge hit right there by Smith. And he will take a bow. This will bring up a 3rd down. Excuse me, that was 1st and 10, so 2nd down and 19 here. A big blitz dialed up right there. 2nd down and 19. Timeout, 2nd timeout going to be called here by the Detroit Lions with about 28 seconds left to go. Huge tackle there by Smith. So that backs them up to the Tampa Bay 47. We're now in pretty much no man's land. We're basically in no man's land right now. Detroit won't be in the playoffs, and the refs won't be either, says Michael. 2nd and a cab ride, says Sasquatch. It's 2nd down and a cab ride out to 1st down over there. That's funny. It is. 2nd and forever, guys. 2nd and forever. 2nd down and 19. The 4-man rush coming in. Goff will wind up and throw it into the hands of the defense. This is intercepted. And with 20 seconds left to go, it's a turnover once again. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense looks like Jamel Dean will get this one picked off. And that's a 1st down, Tampa Bay. Okay, with 20 seconds, 21 seconds left, can Tampa Bay get at least a field goal here? Jared Goff showing he is human. Jared Goff showing he is human. Honestly, that pass looked sus. That pass looked sus, if I'm being honest. That looked like he is trying to allow the Buccaneers to get back in this one. That was a terrible throw. That was a terrible throw. 1st and 10. Empty backfield, Baker Mayfield from the 43-yard line. Waits for the snap. Trips on the left, 2 on the right. Baker takes it. Baker has to get rid of it quickly. He steps up. He winds up. He throws. Sterling Shepard makes the grab. Gets across midfield. Timeout will be called quickly for Tampa Bay. 14 seconds left to go. 14 seconds left to go. You know they got to be thinking at least field goal here, and McLaughlin getting that leg warm. 1st and 10, Baker Mayfield looking to do something. Looking to do something. Got to trust the other receivers here. Get out of your own head, Baker. You still got Egbuka. You still got Egbuka. He is out there. Egbuka, though, walked away from the huddle pretty early, so I guess he's either going to get the target or not going to be targeted at all. 1st and 10. Motion on the field from Sterling Shepard. Shotgun formation from the 47-yard line. Here's the snap. Baker drops. Baker in trouble. Baker will improvise. Will wind up and throw across the body. The catch is made. Breaking a tackle. Tez Johnson goes down. Timeout going to be called with 4 seconds. 4 seconds left to go here. Moves the football out to the Detroit 35. It's a 1st and 10. 1 timeout remaining. And I believe the Buccaneers should let Chase McLaughlin kick this one. Should let him kick this one. It would be, what, a 53-yarder, though? Maybe a 53-yarder? I don't know if they're going to go for it or not. I don't know if they're going to go for it or not, but it's a 1st and 10 from the 35. McLaughlin is lined up to go for this one. So this will either take us to halftime with a 14-3 lead, or nothing changes and it stays 14-0. This is for 3 points, the first points of the game. Tampa Bay looking for anything right here from the left hash. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Buccaneers will score, and this will take us to halftime. So something ending the half on a positive note, guys. The Buccaneers will score, and now it's time to do our trivia quiz. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing. All right, guys, I'm going to ask y'all a series of questions here. I'm going to ask y'all 3 quick questions. It's y'all's job to get this one right. You guys just have some fun. No penalties for wrong answers. This is our first quiz of the day. We do have a doubleheader today. Let's do this thing, guys. Question number 1. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are currently leading which division? Is it the NFC East? Is it the NFC South? Or is it the NFC North? Which one is it, folks? A, B, or C? Which division is this team in? You guys should know this one. You guys should know this one. It's a very simple one, guys. Simple question to start things up right here. The answer is the NFC South, guys. That division does consist of the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, and the New Orleans Saints. Sorry about that. I was just getting my clock fixed right here, making sure that the halftime clock is on count with where it should be. Okay, guys, question number 2. Here comes question number 2. The Detroit Lions were first known by what name when they joined the NFL? Is it A, the Bay City Trojans? Is it B, the Ann Arbor Vipers? Or is it C, the Portsmouth Spartans? The Detroit Lions were first known by what name when they joined the NFL? A, B, or C, guys? What do you think? The answer is the Portsmouth Spartans, guys. Yes, the Detroit Lions were originally known as the Portsmouth Spartans when they joined the NFL in 1930. They were based in Portsmouth, Ohio, until a small radio executive in Detroit decided to buy the team in 1934. Question number 3. Here we go, guys. Who was leading the Buccaneers in sacks entering Week 7? Was it A, Vita Vea? Was it B, Levante David? Or was it C, Yaya Diaby? Who was leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in sacks entering Week 7? A, B, or C? Lots of questions. Lots of you guys checking in right now. The answer to this one is actually Yaya Diaby. Not a whole lot. Everyone here has multiple sacks, but Yaya Diaby coming into today had 3. These guys had 2 a pop. Yaya Diaby also another sack today. Go ahead and count it, entering Week 7. Let's move on to the next question, guys. Question number 4. Question number 4. Who has recorded the most wins as head coach of the Detroit Lions? Is it A, Wayne Fontes? Is it B, Dan Campbell? Or is it C, Monte Clark? Who has the most wins as the Detroit Lions head coach? A, B, or C, guys? The most wins as head coach for the Detroit Lions. The answer is A, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't look like a scary guy, but he was the head coach for a long time, from 1988 to 1996. 66 regular season wins, more than any other Lions head coach. Also 2 division titles for Fonts. Okay, guys, next question here. How many passing touchdowns did Baker Mayfield have in the first 6 weeks of the season? We saw the graphic. I showed you guys the graphic. Do you remember? Coming into tonight's game, did he have 10, 11, or 12 passing touchdowns? What do you think the answer is? A, B, or C, guys? A, B, or C? A lot of you guys probably forgot none of the above. No. There is an answer. The answer, Baker Mayfield, 12 touchdowns coming into this season, guys. 129 of 195 pass attempts, a completion rate of 66.2, and 1,500 passing yards, just 1 interception. Question number 6. Question number 6, guys. The name Amon-Ra, like the Lion star Amon-Ra St. Brown, comes from which ancient mythology? Is it A, Greek mythology, B, Sumerian mythology, or C, Egyptian mythology? A, B, or C, which of these? You guys should know the answer to this one. Is it A, is it B, or is it C? I think everyone getting this one right. It is the sun god. That's right, guys. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is Egyptian mythology. Originally, well, there's a long story behind that, but over time, it is 2 gods, Amun and Ra. It's hyphenated. They ended up merging. I don't know, man. Egyptians were weird, dude. Let's move on to question number 7. Who is the all-time scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'll ask it again, guys. Simple question. Who is the all-time scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Is it A, Mike Evans? Is it B, Martin Gramatica? Or is it C, Mike Alslott? A, B, or C? What do you think the answer is? You guys, I know I said yesterday that it's almost always the kicker, but the answer is actually not a kicker this time. It is Mike Evans, guys. Mike Evans is the man. He passed up Martin Gramatica's record in 2024, a total of 650 points for the franchise. It is Mike Evans. All right, guys, question number 8. How many championships do the Detroit Lions have in the pre-Super Bowl era? How many championships did the Lions win in the pre-Super Bowl era? Is it 2, is it 3, or is it 4? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Pre-Super Bowl, guys. Pre-Super Bowl. Pre-Super Bowl. A, B, or C? The answer is C. Guys, they have 4 championships pre-Super Bowl. They won in 1935. They won in 1952. They won in 1953 and again in 1957. Has it been a long time? Yes. Has history forgotten them? Yes. But they're looking for one in the modern era. All right, guys, the biggest comeback in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history was a 21-point deficit. That was a bounce-back win against which team? Was it the Chiefs, the Chargers, or the Falcons? The Buccaneers have come back from worse than this, guys, the biggest one being a 21-point deficit against which of these teams? A, B, or C? The answer is A, the Kansas City Chiefs. They made a Week 9 stand back in 2008 against the Kansas City Chiefs. They were trailing 3-24 in the second quarter, but they rallied to win the game 30-27 in overtime. That was the biggest comeback in Buccaneers history. Final question, guys. Entering Week 7, who was leading the Detroit Lions in yards after catch? Was it A, Amon-Ra St. Brown? Was it B, Jahmyr Gibbs? Or was it C, Sam Laporta? Not air yards, yards after the catch. Yards after the catch. Who has the most yak? The most yards after catch? Guys, the answer, a lot of y'all got this one right, was Sam Laporta. Exactly 299 of his, 314 yards came after the catch. Sam Laporta running these drag routes. He is making the grab and running it all the way. The answer was C. We'll keep an eye out for that tonight. Okay, guys, how did y'all do? Brent saying I got 8 out of 10. Where's my check? B. Bowles got 9 out of 10. Well done, B. Bowles. Well done. I see 6 out of 10 from Imperfect Bob. LaShawn saying 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. You guys did okay right now. Alex Board saying, say hi to me. Go Lions. Win into you are in the Super Bowl. Hi, Alex. Let's try to use some punctuation next time. Appreciate you checking in, though, sir. Shout out to Just Plain saying, how many times has Baker led a crazy comeback after looking like crap or being down? A lot. The answer to that one is a lot. That was fun, says X-Star Fang. Good. Glad you guys did well. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourselves. Good job, guys, says you. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves during that. Those of you guys who are looking for a little extra fun on this game today, guys, we have some promotions for Rebet. I have plugged it into the chat, or plugged it into the description down below. Right now, we are running a promotion where if you sign up for Rebet, using our link, you can get a 100% bonus match up to $100. Let's go ahead and drop this in here one more time. Or if you sign up for Underdog using our promotional link, guys, you will also if you make your first deposit, $5 play gets you $50 immediately. Now, this won't last forever, guys. They're about to change this promo at the end of October, so we've literally got about 10 days left until they decide to change this promo. They change it about every 60 or 90 days, so we'll let you know what the next promotion is for first-time sign-ups. But if you're looking for some extra play money out there, if you like to do your sports bet, if you like to do casino bets out there, you can use our promotional link, and it does help out Football Nation as well. There's even an option in the link in the description down below for those of you who do not like to gamble or don't approve of sports betting. I've got some investment options down there for you as well, and if you do use those, guys, it does help out this channel here as well. All right, guys, that's all I had for halftime. Let's talk about these two teams. We got about 2 minutes left to go. I got about 2 minutes here left to go. There we go. That's my cheat sheet. Let's get the cheat sheet out of the way. Let's actually talk about something here. No one can stop the 49ers, says Smagar. No one can stop the 49ers. Well, let's talk about fantasy points right now, and let's talk about our fantasy teams. Mostly I'm going to talk about the players that y'all are probably most interested in. Baker Mayfield today, 9 of 16. Not a good day for Baker. 47 passing yards, 1 interception, just 1 fantasy point for Baker Mayfield. Behind him, next to him, over here, Rachaad White, 4 carries, 14 yards. Couple of receptions for him, 3 fantasy points all day for Rachaad White. Sean Tucker has 1 carry for 4 yards. Sterling Shepard leads this team with 15 receiving yards. Mike Evans had 4 targets today, 0 catches, and left the game on a stretcher, basically. He got carted off the field. Emeka Egbuka has 2 targets, 1 reception for 4 yards. Cade Otton, 3 targets, 2 receptions for 14. That's basically everyone who has impacted the game today. Rachaad White, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 3 yards. On the other side here, if we take a look at the offense for the Detroit Lions, a much better situation here for Detroit. Jared Goff has completed 13 of 19 for 183 yards. That sounds more like quarterback numbers. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 rushing attempts, good for already, guys. Get this, 107 rushing yards today in the first half. He also has a rushing touchdown off a 78-yard run. 23 fantasy points for Jahmyr Gibbs in full-point PPR formats. David Montgomery, by the way, 3 fantasy points for David Montgomery. He has 4 rushing attempts, good for 4 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown today. He does have 8 targets, 5 receptions, good for 87 yards. Sam Laporta next to him. Looks like Laporta has not even been targeted today. Jameson Williams also 1 target, no reception. Isaac Tesla 1 target, no receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs in second place with 54 receiving yards. David Montgomery 18 receiving yards. Khalif Raymond 15 receiving yards. And Brock Wright with 2 targets, 2 receptions, good for 9. Okay. That's it. That's all we got right now. Looks like halftime is just about over. Let's get this changed. Let's move into quarter number 3. Get this changed. Move into quarter number 3. Reset quarter number 3. We'll have a 1st and 10. Let's reset these timeouts for both the teams as well. Should get ourselves situated. Look at that, 54.1 and growing. Let's effing go. By the way, in case you're wondering why we say that, take a look over here. You see that FN? It stands for Football Nation. That's why we like to say, let's effing go on this channel. Welcome to Football Nation. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of who you're standing behind today, I hope that we get some action. The kickoff and the return, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bring it to the 20, the 25, the 30. A spin move down at about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 14 minutes and 55 seconds on the board to get the second half started. Waiting for some action for either side. This game slowly ticking right now. Our next game is supposed to start in an hour. I don't know that game is actually going to get started in time. Val checking in. Dude saying, I love you, random guy with the mic. Thanks, dude. Appreciate ya. A handoff on the right-hand side to the 35-yard line. Looks like this will be a push after the whistles come in. A 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 coming up. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will move the football to their own 36. Your ticker is wrong. Your ticker is wrong, says Space for the win. Well, ticker is where it's at, depending on whatever sports book you got, my friend. Not every sports book has the exact same numbers. Clock is ticking. 14:20. 14:20 here. 2nd down and 7, waiting for the snap on the 36-yard line. Baker Mayfield looks right. Baker Mayfield looking left. Here's the snap of play action. The blitz coming in. Baker will step up and throw. Catch will be made up the field. Emeka Egbuka makes the grab to the 46. 1st down. Okay, looks like the Buccaneers are moving here. Now watch this. Go Bucs, says Dion Gordon. Mario, ayúdame con trivia, says Jose Lopez. Jose, that's yo no te puedo ayudar, mi amigo. Tiene que poner la atención y practicar cuando tienes tiempo. Tiene que practicar cuando tienes tiempo. Pero si te quedas aquí en este canal, vas a aprender poco a poco. Here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Motion on the field right now from Cade Otton as he bounces over to the right-hand side. Motion again from Cade Otton as he goes the other way. A snap and a handoff. This is going to be a good block up the field for Rachaad White. Rachaad White will pick up a few yards here. Call that a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3 coming up. 2nd down and 3. Egbuka, go off, says Julie. Let's go. Hutch is clutch. Come on, says Courtney. Was Spanish your first language? Technically, yes, but it's not my primary language. It was my first language. Did I hit the Espanol button, says Curtis? Second down and 3. Emeka Egbuka by himself at the bottom of the screen. Baker Mayfield under center inside of Lions territory. Play clock down to 2. Baker takes the snap from the 39. Baker will wind up and deliver this shot way downfield. Underthrown. Emeka Egbuka overran. He outran Baker Mayfield's arm. That is not commonplace. That is not commonplace. 2nd down and 3 becomes 3rd down and 3. Pass is incomplete. 12:41 on the board. Football still at the Detroit Lions 39-yard line. We are inside of Chase McLaughlin field goal range. We are inside of Chase McLaughlin field goal range. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking for points. Here's the snap, a hip flip, a wind up, a throw. Sterling Shepard makes the catch. That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down. Okay, Tampa Bay starting to get cooking here. 1st down picked up by Tampa Bay. Looks like they're different here in this 2nd half. Good talking to maybe. Maybe the halftime break was good. Emeka Egbuka coming off the field for this next play right now. 1st and 10, they picked up the first down. That's exactly what they needed. 1st and 10 from the 36. Baker under center, waiting for the snap. He takes it. He does hand this off. Rachaad White through the Lions team, and it's stripped out of his hands. You have got to be kidding me. No way. It is stolen, just torn away from him. The ruling on the field is the running forward progress was stopped. The whistles had come in. Is that stolen or is it not? Let's stop the clock. The official's going to look at this. It's not a turnover. It's a 2nd down and 9. And now the whistles come in again. There's a flag on the play. This could be a false start. Wow. Okay, false start here. The Buccaneers almost got embarrassed, almost got bullied on that one again. They're showing the replay. Rachaad White, the forward progress had stopped, and I guess the officials blew the whistle. But before he went down, okay, all right, okay. We'll live with it. Buccaneers have the football. It's a 5-yard penalty after the false start, guys. 2nd down and 14. 2nd down and 14. Motion on the field here. Here is the snap, dropping back, pressure coming in, the windup, the tip drill, and this one is incomplete. 2nd down becomes 3rd down. 3rd down and 14. 11:01 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Baker Mayfield facing another 3rd down situation. They are at the 40-yard line. If they are forced to kick a field goal from here, Chase McLaughlin would end up kicking a 58-yarder. They need to get at least 5, maybe 6 more yards to help their boy out. Of course, they're going to look for 14 or more, but it is getting loud right now at Ford Field, and the Detroit Lions fans are relentless right now. Trips on the left. Baker from the 40 takes the snap. Surveys, will step up, will wind up and throw. Catch is made. Sterling Shepard takes it to about the 27-yard line, the 28. It's a 4th down and 2. Go for it or nah. Go for it or nah, dude. I really want to say, oh, man. 4th down and 2. Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a single back formation. Offset eye. They are going for it. The snap and the handoff. This is going to be a good, strong run. They do get it. It's good for a 1st down, Tampa Bay. They needed a 4th down conversion, and they needed it bad. They got it. It's a 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers, and there is hope right now. Baker Mayfield, here's a guy. Now here's a guy. Okay. 1st and 10. This time from the 24-yard line. A single back formation. Sean Tucker is the man. They fake the handoff. Baker will survey. He will check it down to him. Sean Tucker takes it past the 25. He goes down at about the 22. This will bring up a 2nd down and 8. It's a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8. Clock is ticking right now. Wesley, you take care, my friend. You take care, Wesley. We'll be here, sir. Move the chain, says Mike. Edward saying, ban that nasty person. Okay, Edward, we'll keep an eye out for it. I didn't see who that was. We are just calling the game right now. We're focusing on this. A 2nd down and 8. 9 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. From the 22-yard line, Baker Mayfield waits for the snap. Motion on the field at the top of the screen. This time a 4-man rush will come in. A windup and a throw. The catch is made. Sterling Shepard, right-hand side. He does a hurdle. He takes it. I think that's actually Tez Johnson, and I think he's in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Tez Johnson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the Buccaneers will score. Tez Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown reception, and the Buccaneers are on the board. Okay, we've got a game. We have got a game. Here comes the extra. Here comes the extra point attempt to make it a 4-point game. Okay, they said he was too small. Add 150, says Travis Morgan. Some Madden moves right there, says CMC you later. Tez Johnson with the hurdle. They're going for a 2-point conversion here, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. Okay. Let's see if they can convert. This would make it a 3-point game. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back. Baker at a time will wind up and throw. It's swatted down in the end zone. The choice to go for it did not work out, and that's okay. It's still a one-possession game. The Detroit Lions will now get the football back. We are going to get kickoff with 8:49. And at least a drive that ended in 6 points for the Buccaneers. Could have been 7 points. Could have been 7 points, but it's okay. Uh-oh, Bucks coming back. Them Lions better be careful, says X-Star Thing. What's going on, newbies? Where is everybody watching from today? Where are you watching from? Buccaneers fans are in the house right now. What's going on, Bucks fans? What's going on, Lions fans? Okay, does anyone want to win this game? I don't know. Josh checking in from Colorado. What's up, Josh? Josh in Colorado. We got a man in South Dakota in Noodles. Lions win by 30, says MSG. Wake up, Lions, says Sirius. Phil McCracken, Ohio. We got Stecky in Australia. Micah in South Carolina. Unknown in Pennsylvania. And Mike in North Dakota. Val saying welcome to all the newbies. What up, Val? Thank you for being here. Guys, gals, my name is Mario. Y'all don't have to call me Mr. Podcaster Guy or the guy in the tie. If y'all want to be friends, you can find me on Facebook. Search for Mario Manuel. You'll probably find me there. But if you can't find me there, the best way to reach out to me is to check out my website, www.footballnationusa.com. My whole diet has been cough drops, by the way, so my apologies there. But the point is, if you guys want to reach out to me, you guys can give me any of your thoughts, man. If you want to see something different, if you think something, you got any plans or ideas, something that you'd like me to showcase or feature on this channel, we can work around that. You know, football is only for 6 months out of the season, less than 6 months out of the season. So if there's off-season content that you guys would love to see me put together for y'all, reach out to me. I'm happy to work with you guys and give you credit for those ideas as well. History still thrives, saying Wisconsin. What up, History? We got Scenery Savannah in Tennessee. Anaris checking in California. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Checking in for Corpus Christi still. What up, Corpus Christi in the house? Stream Gems in Portugal. What's going on, my friend? Out in Alabama. Roll Tide. I see you out there, Sip Cider. Shane in the house. Steve Barker in Florida. Dude, watching from the best place in the house. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Let's pretend. Don't pretend like you're not sitting on the toilet out there, guys. I see you. Actually, I don't, and that's probably better that way. Lebanon, Pennsylvania in the house. Navy Yard City, Washington says living like Larry. Jersey is in the house. Detroit is in the house. Guadalajara is in the house. The kickoff and the return out to the 20-yard line, out to the 25-yard line, down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10, Detroit Lions. So 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, won't have a chance to read all of those comments right now. I appreciate y'all checking in. I appreciate you guys checking in. We had a bunch of comments come in right now. That's cool to know, Gary. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are live. Welcome right now, Samuel Reyna. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Detroit Lions, ladies and gentlemen. They are at the 27-yard line. I am now stepping away from the chat so I can call the game here. A snap and a handoff. This time, Jahmyr Gibbs going to break through, gets past the 30, down at the 32. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. A 5-yard pickup here. The clock is now ticking. 3rd quarter. It's a one-possession game. Detroit Lions up by just 5. Can they hang on to this lead? Will the Buccaneers be able to get a stop? They have stopped this team a lot today. Here comes a 2nd down and an I formation. The Detroit Lions with the football from the 32-yard line. A wind-up and a throw on the right-hand side. Sam Laporta makes the catch, but he's also going to be met by some contact there at the 35-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, 3rd down and 2. 3-yard pickup, 3rd down and 2. Looks like you believes that we can get to 2,000 likes on today's live stream. It would be super cool if we could. If you're still hanging out with me and you've forgotten to hit the like button, just a friendly reminder to do so. The like button is there. It's there for you. It's there for others. The more we hit it, the more people we can bring in. Here we go on 3rd down and 2. The Lions looking to convert. A little play action, a wind-up and a throw. The catch is made. Left-hand side. Looks like Brock Wright is going to get another one. My goodness, Brock Wright for 14 yards. That is going to be a Detroit Lions 1st down. Lions will move the sticks here. Okay, 1st and 10 at the Detroit Lions 49-yard line. They are just shy of midfield. 7 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. How about those Cowboys, though? Motion on the field now. Brock Wright going to the top of the screen. Jahmyr Gibbs is the single back on the play. Gibbs finds a hole. Gibbs picks up 10. Gibbs picks up 15. That's a good, strong run to the Tampa Bay 36. It's another 1st down here for the Detroit Lions. 1st down off a 15-yard run for Jahmyr Gibbs, and he is up to 127. Jahmyr Gibbs, 13 rushing attempts, 127 rushing yards. You do the math. Jahmyr Gibbs just nom, 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 bro. Just eating right now, dude. That is a good, strong run from a good, strong player. Gibbs remains on the field. The football at the 36-yard line. Motion on the field here. Looks like man coverage. It's going to be a handoff, and Gibbs gets wrapped up for a gain of about 2 or 3. This will bring up a 2nd down and 3. The clock stays hot. Looks like Sam checking in right now. I've been watching you for a while. You were the best ever. Thank you, Samuel. I don't pretend like I am, but I do hope that if I'm not, that one day I will be the best ever. We are hoping for it, not just hoping for it, but working towards it. And super chats like this help us get there and help validate what we're doing. Thank you very much, Samuel Reyna. Here's a fist bump to you, my friend. 2nd down and 7, guys. Let's do this. 2nd and 7 from the 33. Detroit Lions with the football. The pressure coming in. A wind-up and a throw. Jahmyr Gibbs makes the catch out of the backfield. The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He goes down at the 5. It's a 1st and goal for the Detroit Lions. 1st down here. 1st and goal for Detroit at the 5-yard line. Good catch out on the right side for Jahmyr Gibbs. They brought the blitz and forgot about the flats. They brought the blitz and forgot about the flats here. A good catch out of the backfield coming up. Well done. Fumble incoming, says Sunshine Garcia. 1st and goal, 5-yard line. Here is the play. This is the handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs, a spin move. Jahmyr Gibbs dives into the end zone. It's a touchdown, Detroit Lions. And the Lions will put up 6 more. Dude. Jahmyr Gibbs in full-point PPR formats has 36 fantasy points, 135 rushing yards, 82 receiving yards, 82 receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs is over 200 yards already. He's over 200 all-purpose yards, and we're still in the 3rd quarter. How much more does Jahmyr Gibbs need? One of the best running backs ever, Jahmyr Gibbs, without a doubt here. Here is the snap, the hold, the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is 21-9. 21-9. A 5-yard paint job there for Jahmyr Gibbs. And we will go to another commercial break. Gibbs is a ball hog, says Sunshine. I mean, wow. He is really, really good. Jahmyr Gibbs for MVP. It's possible. Baker likes to play from behind anyways. Giggity. Oh, right. Gibbs going to break the yards record in a game. 267, says Matt Green. He is going off right now. What's up, gorgeous? How you doing? You going to go to bed? Yeah. You okay? Did you burn yourself on your arm there? What is that? Did you? What? What? Wow. Okay. We went to the aquarium today. These octopus were crazy. Okay, 58. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me handle some administrative stuff. The wife just walked upstairs right here. Hang tight. The score is above my head, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just 10 seconds. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay, back. We're here. We're live. I'd be a little quick right there, Totter. A little quicker than I would care to. Yeah, definitely not. Okay, why am I trying to hide right now, says Chad. I don't know, Chad. Are you really trying that hard by making yourself available in the chat, though? What's going on, Psych? Gotta say, thank you very much, Psych. Cheers to you, sir. Salud, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. You didn't go with the Bucks, did you? Says Marvin Merriman. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Octopus are so very smart. Honestly, that octopus, her name was Cthulhu, and it was crazy. Like, that connection that the octopus had, like, I don't know. I could tell that thing was thinking. It was super cool. By the way, San Antonio Zoo, the San Antonio Zoo is cool. San Antonio Aquarium, you should definitely go to SeaWorld if you're going to go to an aquarium in San Antonio. The aquarium had a lot of interactive stuff, but I would call it more of like an exotic petting zoo than I would call it an actual aquarium, if you will. Okay, nobody cares about that. What you guys care about is this game. You're watching Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel. We are coming back from the commercial break. The Detroit Lions did just score a touchdown, and they will be sending this back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It has once again become a two-possession game. It's a 12-point game. Here's the kickoff and the return out to the 20, shy of the 20, going laterally, trying to find a crease here. Takes the football to about the 21. 1st and 10 coming up now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Turn that off. Okay, Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the football now. They are going to start this drive at the 21-yard line, so they do have a ways to go here. 4:31 on the board. Let's see how this drive goes. Let's just see how this drive goes. Okay, all right. Okay, Maria, how did Lions just score? Maria, that was a run to the right-hand side for Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs eating today. Take a look at his fantasy stats over here on the right-hand side. 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield will wind up and throw. The contact going to be made immediately at the line of scrimmage. Catch made by Rachaad White, but no gain. 2nd down. So a 2nd down and 10 coming up after a catch for Rachaad White. They're going to call it a 2nd down and 9, a 1-yard gain. 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Gibbs is balling just like you, says Bill Daughtry. Thank you, sir. Let's do this thing, ladies and gentlemen. We also have another game immediately after this one, guys. Trips to the right-hand side. Waiting for the snap is Baker Mayfield. He steps up. He calls a quick audible. You see Baker doing this. He's making sure everybody hears play clock down to 2. Time ticking down. There is the snap. It'll be a handoff to Rachaad White. Rachaad White gets some daylight, but not a whole lot. He'll pick up 6 yards on the play. 3rd down and 3. 3rd down. I've got a 3rd down and 3. And the Buccaneers need to convert here. The Buccaneers need to convert here. David Baco, we're looking to get to 55 tonight if we can possibly do it. Maybe, maybe not. But always got to set those goals. You always got to set those goals. Okay, guys, on a mission that right now is coming true, but let's see. Mission's not successful yet. We got motion on the field. Football at the 27-yard line. Baker going to take the snap. He drops back. The pocket starts to collapse. He will wind up and throw a dangerous ball to Egbuka. It's 4th down and 3. The pass is incomplete. 2:59 left to go. Is there a flag on the play? No, there is not. 4th down and 3, and the punt team will come out for the Buccaneers. Oh, man, Buccaneers. Y'all think it's going to go over 46 points tonight? I don't know, Zach. Zachary Benoit asking right now, will this one go over? I don't think so. It's possible, man. It's possible. It will, though, says Jeremy Hottenstein. Okay, Lions 56%, almost 5,000 votes. When we get to 5,000 votes, we'll ask a different question in the chat here. Signal the fair catch, but doesn't matter, going out of bounds right here. The kickoff goes out of bounds. There's a flag on the play once again. Flag on the play once again. 2:51 left. Plenty of game left, says you. Thank you, Christopher White. Thank you very much, Christopher White. John letting us know we got over 6,000 people in the chat right now. I love to see it. We do have a flag on this play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out what the officials have to say. The kickoff, just from my eyes, looked like it went out at about the 21-yard line. Let's find out what the officials are going to mark this. Either way, it will be the Detroit Lions football. We just got to see where they're going to place it. Waiting for the call. Here's our white hat. Still holding. Stand by. A member of the kicking team went out of bounds. I guess a 5-yard penalty here against the Detroit, or I guess it's against the Buccaneers, who just punted this one away. So it's a 5-yard penalty. It'll move this one out to the 30-yard line. Out to the 30-yard line. I guess that was the flag from the officials right here. So we're just going to, what do we call this? Illegal motion on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it will put them at the Detroit 30. So commercial break. They cut back. I hope everyone understands that right now we are in a commercial break. There was a flag on the play. The officials wanted to talk about it. We got about 45 minutes left to go until this next game is scheduled to start. But the next game should also be on ESPN. So I believe that it would be in ESPN's best interest to, I don't know, maybe get this game over sooner rather than later. But instead, they'd like to take a million commercial breaks, and that's kind of where we're at right now. It's almost the fourth quarter, says David Bacco. If the Lions score on this drive, I think the Buccaneers are toast. If the Buccaneers can find a way to get a stop, they might have a chance. Buck fans get loud, says Baker 7. I don't know, man. Change that going out of bounds rule. It's stupid, like an offensive lineman called for motion by sneezing or a nervous twitch. Yeah, you know, the false start thing makes a little more sense than going out of bounds and coming back in, but I just thought that if you went out of bounds, you couldn't be the first person to touch the football. I just think it's a dumb rule as well, man. Looks like Mario Kart in the house, says Pete Carrolls. What up, Pete Carrolls? Yami checking in saying, Vamos. Rick. It's pronounced Rick. Okay, what's going on, Rick? Smagar saying, Mario, how do you get the results for Week 7 picks? I basically go through the list out there, Smagar. I go through the list, I can literally see everyone's picks. Let's actually do that. Let's see if anyone is about to get all of them right. Okay. Forms. Ladies and gentlemen, once a week, we do like to give away cash if someone can get all of these right. Let's drop the link in the video description right now. It's in the chat, guys. Here it is in the chat. Going to give away $100 to someone who can get all of these right. I'm going to check right now to see who, if anyone, got Week 7 correct here. So, let's take a look at these responses. Let's take a look at the individual responses. One at a time here. Let's start filtering some of these out. Steelers, Bengals. Some people didn't make their updates right now. We'll filter these out, guys, and I'll tell you who wins by the end of the next game here. Here's the snap on 1st and 10. Looks like Jared Goff is in trouble. Has to throw this one away. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense all up in his grill right there. All up in it. Heyo, all up in his grill right there. Where is my, here we go. 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:45. Let's bring up the drive chart for you guys. We will leave this here for now while Mario makes some quick adjustments, making sure that we get the list of possible winners here. Everyone who said Jaguars was incorrect. Here's the snap on 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. A handoff to David Montgomery as a pickup of a yard. 2nd down coming up here. 2nd down becomes 3rd down, David Montgomery, a 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 9. No running there. No room to roam there. A lot of people took the Eagles, so that still leaves about 38 of you guys. We're knocking them down pretty quickly here. A couple people took the Patriots. Don't know why you would take the Titans. A couple people took the Titans, too. Made no sense to me. Jets, Panthers. Why anyone would take the Jets ever at this point is beyond me. Browns, Dolphins. Browns got that win. 3rd down and 8 coming up right here, guys, from the 31-yard line. Goff will wind up and throw. The catch is made. Sam Laporta on 3rd down and 8 is there for a 9-yard grab. That's good for a fresh new set. A 1st down here, Detroit Lions. 1st down, Detroit. 1st down, Detroit. And I'm just going through the list right now, guys, to see if anyone's going to win $100 this week. See if anyone's going to win $100 this week. The Browns won over the Dolphins. The Saints and the Bears got the dub. Everyone took the Chiefs. Ooh, we might actually have someone. Some people took the Colts. Here's the handoff to David Montgomery again on 1st and 10. It looks like a 5-yard pickup. Ooh, the Broncos got the win. Oh, man, here we go. We've got 2 people. Commanders, Cowboys, that's where you guys failed. There were 2 people all the way down to the Commanders. Let's see. Taking the 49ers. 1 person came so close but didn't get it right, guys. That was Chris Duran. Chris Duran got so close but not enough. Here's the play, guys. The windup and the throw to the right-hand side. Catch will be made. 2nd down and 5 becomes 3rd down. My apologies for losing focus on the play calling on this game, folks. I was just verifying our winners. If we had a winner for Week 6, we are 7 weeks into this football season, and nobody has won just yet. 3rd down and 2. Let me get locked back in, let you guys know where we are. The drive chart is there for assistance when I can't, if you have a visibility of your screen here. 17 seconds left to go. The Detroit Lions in no rush to get the snap off right now. I think this will take us to the end of the quarter when we get back from the commercial break. Oh, no, they're going for it. Here's the snap on 3rd down. He will get wrapped up and goes down shy of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down and 1 at the Detroit 50-yard line. And when we get back, Dan Campbell will make a decision here to go for it or not. To go for it or not. So, 4th quarter coming up right now. Let's put 15 seconds on the clock. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Detroit Lions at midfield. Let's see if they can get it done. Mariners are up 2-1 right now, says David Bacco. Rick saying Sports Illustrated swimsuit interviews. Interesting. Pay that man his money, says Todd Haskins. Okay, go Toronto. Go Toronto, spelled T-O-E. Spelled T-R-E. We're going for it, no questions. I agree, guys. Does 100 roll over from week to week if nobody gets the pick'ems right? No. The house wins. The house will win. The house will win. The poll question. Okay, we got to 5,000. We got to 5,000. We are also going back to a quick commercial break. Shout out to you guys. Thanks. Tor on toe, says Annoying Spore. What's going on, Annoying Spore? Laporta needs more love. Is that sickness? Okay, y'all. So today has been a bad day for Baker Mayfield. 104 passing yards, 1 interception, 1 passing touchdown. Looking to add on some more. Shout out, says Slim Faley. What's going on? Where is the football? I said it a few times already there, Reggio. We're on the 50-yard line. We're on the 50-yard line. It's 4th down and 1 at the Detroit 50. Also, down below, the drive charts are there so you guys can see exactly where the football is. It's just so there's no confusion there and you guys don't have to, it's right there. It's right there for you. 15 minutes on the board, not 15 seconds like you said. That's true, and that is true. Okay, guys, it is almost Halloween. We've done this one before. Favorite Halloween candy. What is your favorite Halloween candy, ladies and gentlemen? Let's let it rip right now. We are in between the third and the fourth quarter. What do you guys have to say out there? Shout out to Nebraska, says Brawwall. What's going on, Chris? Shout out to Nebraska, says Brawwall. Fourth quarter is the time for Baker to cook. Gummy bears, says X Star Fang. Skittles, okay. Sour Skittles are better, though. I do like me some sour Skittles. Recess, says Brawl. You like shrimp in your... That's some crazy candy corn. I like it. Recess in the house. Muffins, Snickers or Skittles. Recess, Snickers. Chocolate fans in here. In case you guys are wondering, Terry says Butterfingers. Kit Kat for Clover. I'm a personal fan favorite of the Sour Patch Kids, folks. Personal favorite, Sour Patch Kids. We are in a single back formation for 4th down and 1. The snap, a toss. This time Jahmyr Gibbs gets wrapped up. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get it. I think he did. It was so close, but the officials will say he got it. First down. Wow. That was close, guys. That was close. Jahmyr Gibbs got touched by one defender. Almost got wrapped up. 2 defenders, 3 defenders, 4 defenders wrapping him up. He will fight to get the first down, and he does get it. First down there for Jahmyr Gibbs. So slippery, so good. Giggity. Okay. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Here's the snap. Jared Goff will wind up and throw after a check and release right there by Khalif Raymond. Raymond will pick up 2 yards. It's a second down coming up here. 2nd down and 7. Looks like a 3-yard gain going to be credited there. The football now to the Tampa Bay 46 on 2nd down and 7. Right now, the Detroit Lions are doing okay. Popcorn balls. Interesting. Sonic is Knuckles. Thank you, Val. I'm only here to help. I'm only here to help, folks. Only here to help. 2nd down and 8. Here's the snap and a handoff, this time to the left-hand side. It'll be a 2-yard pickup for David Montgomery. Montgomery getting shut down. It's a 3rd down and 5. Baker Mayfield, I need you, big dog. I need you, Baker. Can you pop off for 300 here? Can you pop off for 300 in garbage time? Detroit Lions still in no man's land. It's a 3rd down and 5. They're calling it a 3rd down and 6. At the Tampa Bay 45, Buccaneers are looking for a big stop here. David Montgomery is the running back in on the play. It's a huge 3rd down conversion that the Buccaneers are looking to stop here. Trying to foil the Detroit Lions' plans. The blitz coming in, a wind-up and a throw. The pass is incomplete. No flag. 4th down and 6. And it brings up 4th down and 6. 13 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here. We are going to see a possible field goal. 45. That would be a 63-yarder, Coach. That would be a 63-yarder. I think this is going to be the punt team here. I think we'll see the punt team for the Detroit Lions. Yes, that is what we have. It's going to be a change of possession, and the Buccaneers get a very much needed stop right there. Here is the kick, and this one goes back. Signaled a fair catch at the 11. 1st and 10 coming up for Tampa Bay. Will Tampa Bay score a touchdown on this drive? Yes or no? Will the Buccaneers score a touchdown on this drive? Will the Bucs score a touchdown on this drive? If I could spell. Okay, it's an official poll. There it is, guys. What do y'all think? Baker, pull a Bo Nix right now. Pull a Bo Nix. So, 59% of the chat quickly checking in, saying that they will score a touchdown on this drive. Is Bo Nix clutch enough? Is Bo Nix, excuse me, did I say Bo Nix? I said Bo Nix twice. Is Baker Mayfield clutch enough? Bo Nix is clutch enough. We saw Bo Nix get it done yesterday. Can Baker pull a bow? Betty Butter bought a bit of butter. Can Baker pull a bow? Can Baker pull a bow? Little Bo Peep right now. No, I'm a Lions fan, says Courtney Dudley. Make sure you get it right. No tutty, says Miss LeBeau. No tutty, says Miss LeBeau. White scores a touchdown, says Curtis. Let's see if he does, Curtis. Let's see if he does. They might get 3 points, says the Molatigill. Molatagilly checking in. Sorry, Bucks, we lost, question mark. I don't know, man. I don't think they've lost just yet. We are still in the middle of a commercial break. For those of you guys who missed this in the first half, y'all, for those of y'all who missed this in the first half, next week, the Detroit Lions are on a bye week. So Detroit Lions do not have football next week. Week 9, the Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. Lions will be hosting a divisional rival in Week 9. This will be a middle-of-the-day game. Actually, this is an early morning game depending on where you are. This is the middle day game right here. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 3:25 Central Standard Time. Lions at Commanders. Then they will go to Philadelphia. This will be Sunday Night Football on November 16th. Lions at Eagles. I will be live for that game for sure. And then back to a 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. New York Giants going to travel to the Lions' Den. That's going to be tough for New York. Okay, Week 8 coming up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. Week 9, there will be a bye week. Week 10, Buccaneers at Patriots. Then they play the Bills. Then they play the Rams. This game we will cover in Week 12 as it is Sunday Night Football. All right, y'all, let's get back to this. Commercial break is over. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1st and 10 from the 11. Baker takes the snap. The 4-man rush comes in. Baker will wind up and throw. Cade Otton makes the grab out past the 50. That's good for a first down here. First down, Tampa Bay. Let's see how Baker holds up on this drive. First play of it is 20 yards, though. Cade Otton, a grab on the right-hand side as he's pushed out of bounds. Cade Otton goes out of bounds. From the 11 to the 31, it's a 20-yard pickup, 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 31-yard line. Looks like Rock Ya-Sin getting some attention defensively there for the Detroit Lions. A single back formation, faking the handoff. Baker will drop back, will wind up and throw, overthrowing Emeka Egbuka again. Pass is incomplete, 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10, but he needs to force feed Emeka Egbuka right now. Needs to force feed Egbuka right now. Egbuka dealing with a hamstring issue. Wondering if Egbuka is 100% himself, but in the absence of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, who is literally carted off of this field today, we'll see what Baker does. 2nd down and 10. Football at the Tampa Bay 31. Football at the Tampa Bay 31. Motion on the field. Baker directing traffic, pointing one way, saying, come on, guy, let's go. Emeka Egbuka in the slot. The blitz coming in. Baker has to fire. Egbuka makes the catch. Egbuka will gain about 7 yards right here. Call it a pickup of 6. 3rd down and 4 coming up now. 3rd down, and the Buccaneers really got to convert here. 3rd down and 4. Buccaneers, this is a gotta-have-it 3rd down conversion, man. Otherwise, down by 2 possessions with 12 minutes left to go. I don't know if the Lions will give up this lead. Even a field goal would feel nice for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wouldn't be enough for them, though. They'll still be down by 2 possessions. A field goal ain't going to cut it. Motion on the field from Egbuka. Baker in a shotgun. Takes the snap. The 4-man rush coming in. This could be a free play. Baker will wind up and throw. This pass incomplete. But it's going to be against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guys. It's going to be a flag on illegal shift against the Buccaneers. So illegal shift right here on the offense. The penalty, though, will be declined. They'll take the down, and it becomes 4th down and 4. And the Buccaneers offense on 4th down and 4 feels like they got to have it, right? Like they need to go for it. 4th down and 4, down by 2 possessions with less than 12 minutes left to go. Do they have to go for it or no? They are lined up to go for it, guys. 4th down and 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Maybe they're actually going to try a hard count here. Let's see if they just try to hard count. Play clock down to 8. Motion this time from Tez Johnson. Baker takes the snap. The four-man rush coming in. Baker steps up in the pocket. He will wind up and throw. It's a stretch, and it's going to be recovered here. I think they got this one on 4th down and 4. Reaching for it, the officials will say, let's see if his knee was down before he extended. They are signaling here. Let's watch it one more time. Cade Otton stretching. Oh, that's going to be so close. That's going to be so close. This play is going to be under review here for a second, guys. It's the 4th down fumble rule, right? He did, however, reach the line to gain, and that'll be a 1st down, Tampa Bay. So, a rule that you learn in year 1. By the way, officials, they do this to remind each other of the 4th down fumble rule, which means on 4th downs, the only player who can advance the ball on a fumble is the man who fumbled the football. Cade Otton made the catch. He extended as he was going down, picked it up. The football pops out of his hands. It doesn't matter because it's good enough for a Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1st down. I don't think it would be a fumble either way because he was down by contact, and here comes the challenge flag. Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell going to challenge the ruling on the field and the placement of the football. So now this will be reviewed. Dan Campbell challenging the ruling on the field. Dan Campbell challenging the ruling on the field right now. So the result, the ruling on the field is that it was enough. The receiver did complete the process of the catch. The knee is down right there. Is that enough for a 1st down? They really just need to break the plane of that 41-yard line. Cade Otton, play now under review. The play is now under review. Okay, guys, here we go. He was down, says Norman. Maybe. Guys, I don't know. Here's what would change, right? If it's maybe, that's not good enough to overturn a call in the NFL. It needs to be crystal clear. It needs to be crystal clear, and there needs to be enough to overturn this call. I don't know that there is enough there to overturn this call. The officials are going to take a look at this right now. We are in the middle of a commercial break, and I think this will stay a 1st down. I think this will still be Tampa Bay Buccaneers football. I think this will still be. Can't fumble on 4th down, says Lions. I mean, you can, but if you fumble the football on 4th down, you have to be the man to pick up the football after that. So it's a 4th down fumble rule. I mean, any yards that were advanced on the next player who picks it up, even if it's your same team, those don't count. Those won't count. Science saying another Lions choke. Overturn that crap, says Mr. Detroit City. It doesn't take that long, says Escrow. Not for me, man. I saw it pretty clear. Not enough to overturn is what I'm saying too there, Danny. We don't know just yet. We don't know just yet. The ruling on the field is a catch and down by contact. I think that's down by contact if the knee goes down anyways. Either way, I think the ruling will stand, guys. I don't think there's going to be enough to overturn this one here. Tampa is the best, says Angel Slayer. Smagar saying rule. NBA is on the way. Go Pacers, says Escrow. My San Antonio Spurs should be playing the Dallas Mavericks here on the 22nd. Looking for it. Eric saying 1st down. Tampa wins late, says Joseph. It is an unsuccessful challenge here, guys. It will be an unsuccessful challenge. This is going to be dissected 100,000 ways right now. From this camera angle, it looks like it could technically be short, maybe. But it's, again, a maybe kind of call. It's definitely a maybe kind of call. The officials called this one first down Buccaneers. They're still taking a look at it, though. After a second look, it was determined that the receiver was actually short of the line to gain. Really now? Oh my goodness. So after review, Dan Campbell drops the flag, gets the call. The officials, or the guys in the booth right now, saying something that wasn't true. The white hat comes out and says that is not enough to gain. They are zoomed in on this. They're going to say it is this short right here. They went for it on fourth down. They did not convert. It is going to be Detroit Lions football first down. Wow. Wow. Okay, guys. Turnover. Fourth down conversion, unsuccessful. 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions at the 41-yard line. Okay. Okay. Rigged, says Eric Dexter. Refs might really be Lions fans. Honestly, it is really, really close. And if it is short, man, it wouldn't be more than an inch short, maybe 2 at the absolute most. That is literally where you would put the virtual measurement. That's what that would be for. The ball is just a little bit short the second his knee touches. That's a tough one, man. Honestly, I think the difference, I don't know. I don't think there was enough to overturn that, guys. I think the ruling on the field should have stood. But here we go. The Detroit Lions have the football at the 41-yard line under center right now. Jared Goff takes the snap, a toss to Jahmyr Gibbs, and Gibbs gets to the 40. He is stuffed. 2nd down and 10. The clock starts ticking. 2nd down and 10. The clock starts ticking. Who is still with us, guys? How many of you have been here for at least 10 minutes? And this is your first time watching this live stream. If this is your first time, by the way, 663 votes. Half of y'all said yes. Half of you guys were wrong. Let's find out who you're rooting for today. There is an injury on the field. Looks like Hassan Reddick was injured this time. Oh, man. Hassan Reddick has been injured this time. Who are you rooting for? These injuries are definitely slowing this game down, guys. We are going to be late for our second game. Who are you rooting for, guys? Buccaneers or Lions tonight? Different from who do you think will win, but who are you rooting for? Short is short, says Dean. That's facts, Dean. Commercial break. Hassan Reddick has been injured, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So, Hassan Reddick, starting strong side linebacker, the new addition today here for these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The new addition from the Philadelphia Eagles, actually, of all places. There he is. He's down on the ground holding his knee right now. So commercial break. First time most of the game, Lions fan. Leah, thanks for checking in, Leah. Appreciate you, Lions for sure, says Dobby. I live an hour and a half from Lions Stadium. What's going on, Courtney? What did I miss? Did I miss something at Courtney? Courtney, did you mention something? What's going on? Lions will win. Let's see. Neither, says Manuel Torrens. First timer, says Mark. What's up, Mark? Welcome in, my friend. Fist bumps to you. Fist bumps to you. Courtney, another comment. She's saying at Football Nation, but I don't know what's happening. What's going on, Courtney? You need something? Holler at me. Let's see. Montgomery, 25 more yards, 8 minutes from downtown, says Zewski. Says Zoe's kid. Zoe's kiddo. I'm rooting for you. I see what's going on. That's who you're rooting for. I see what you're saying, Football Nation. Thank you very much. Beer to you, says Unknown. Beer to you, my friend. I actually don't have any beer. Bummer. A beer sounds nice, man. A beer sounds really nice right now. Someone says, you acknowledge my call. Fort Knox saying, you never acknowledge my comments. Been here since the start of the stream. What's going on, Fort Knox? Thanks for checking into the chat. You're not the only one, man. As you can see, we have literally thousands of people in the chat right now. So if I don't get a chance to read your comment, I promise you I'm not trying to ignore you, Fort Knox. I promise you I'm not trying to ignore you. We've got a lot of comments checking in, and it is literally impossible to put on a show while reading comments, unless I'm putting on the Let's Read Comments show, in which case that would be pretty easy. But we're juggling a lot of things right now. Our moderators are out there as an extension of me right now, so if anything is important, you got any questions like that, our moderators should be able to help you out in the chat, guys. Looks like Hassan Reddick is going to get some assistance walking off the field. We have a 2nd down and 10 coming back from the commercial break. Jared Goff will step up, and he will be sacked on the play. Going down, looks like it's going to be Nelson with the play. It's a 3rd down and 10 coming up here. Clock will continue to tick here with 10:57. Good job by the Buccaneers defense on that play, but boy, oh boy, do they need to score some points, and they need to score them quickly here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense needs to get back on the field, and they need to do something. Baker Mayfield struggling, shotgun formation. Motion this time from Khalif Raymond. Trips on the left-hand side at the 41-yard line inside of Buccaneers territory from the right hash. The play, this time the windup and the throw, and Goff overthrows. Pass is incomplete. 3rd down becomes 4th down, stopping the clock with 10:23, and the field goal unit will come out. 4th and 10 for the Detroit Lions at the Tampa Bay 40. This would be a 58-yarder if they decide to kick it. They missed earlier. A 58-yarder here. Let's see if they can do it. Defense, whack up right now. You mean wake up? Grab a brush, put on a little makeup? Anyways, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous who is. Here we go, guys. The kick is up from the right hash. This time the kick is off the post. Oh, wow, it is good, but barely. It bounces off the post, and it went doink and found its way in. The kick is good. And the Detroit Lions put 3 points on the board. It's a 13-point game. Let's re-watch this one. There's the kick. It's off the post. And the officials say, yep, it went through. Here's the side angle. And it's good. Barely, but it's good. Wow. Bates got so lucky on that one. But you know what? Through the uprights is through the uprights. It doinked off the right upright. Baker Mayfield says from his angle it looked like it didn't go through, but it did, Baker. It did. The official standing right under those posts, Todd Bowles, going, it's okay. Your job has not changed. Your assignment has not changed, Todd Bowles. You need 2 touchdowns. That did nothing to change that or move the needle. You need 2 touchdowns. You're down by 15. I guess now you need to convert a 2-point conversion, but really you just need to score a touchdown. So don't beat yourself up too much. Just focus on getting the next 6 points. This next game is scheduled to start in 13 minutes. There are 10 minutes and 18 seconds here left to go, which means there's probably about 30 minutes left in this game. So we're maybe going to miss the first few moments of the other game. I will have to make my changes in real time. That's okay. Bank thought it missed. He did, but they didn't. The kickoff and the return from the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. And it looks like it's not going to be at the 30 just quite. Down at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up here for Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers have the football. It's 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 29-yard line. They are definitely in danger of dropping this game right now. They are down by 2 possessions. It's a 15-point game. They need to get 1 touchdown and an extra point attempt and 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it up. The Buccaneers defense has been good. Not nearly as good as the Lions defense has been today, though. 1st and 10, 29-yard line. Baker against the pressure will wind up and throw, puts that in Cade Otton's hands. Cade Otton will pick up 14 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down. No need to get too excited just yet. Can Baker and Buccaneers company get a touchdown here? A field goal ain't going to cut it. Baker in a shotgun. Rachaad White to the right. White to the right. Baker takes it. He's dropping back. Pocket starts to crumble. He will throw this one, and this pass is no good. 9 minutes and 42 seconds left to go as Baker takes that hit, stopping the clock. Stopping the clock here. Baker looking at a 2nd down and 10. Tampa Bay at the 42-yard line. Tampa Bay's at the 42. Can they get a touchdown here? They need it. They need it, and they need it bad. As a matter of fact, I think it's time to get intense. 2nd down and 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the football. Shotgun formation. Baker with trips over to the left, waiting for the snap, motion on the field. There's the pressure coming in. It's a 4-man rush. Baker's in trouble. He steps up. He will wind up and throw. Cade Otton is there again. The safety blanket will pick up 8 yards. This will bring up a 3rd down and 2, and another 3rd down conversion opportunity. The football is now at the 50-yard line, and it looks like Mollett is down holding the back of his right leg. 9:27 left to go. Injury timeout going to be called by these officials. So, just as the Buccaneers were getting some momentum, this injury will slow down the pace here, and Mollett is down for Detroit. By the way, Mollett is the man who forced that interception as he ripped the football out of the hands of Sterling Shepard earlier in this game. Okay, here we go. The Buccaneers right now are 5-1. The Lions looking to make the record both 5-2 for both teams when this one is over. Mollett went down, and he's going to get helped up. Not putting any pressure on that right leg, not really putting anything on that right leg. He will be helped off. Haason Reddick now being carted off. The 2nd player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers carted off and going back into the locker room right now. The 2nd player being carted off for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Evans was carted off. Now Haason Reddick is carted off. Questionable to return with a knee-ankle injury. Those are both for the Buccaneers. Right now we have Mollett walking off the field under his own power. No assistance there for him. Let's get the clock ticking once again. Okay, guys, injury break is over. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Baker will hand this off, and this time Rachaad White will fight for it. He will get it. It's a 2-yard pickup when they needed 2 yards. That's good for a Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1st down. 1st down here for the Bucs, and they just need to move the sticks. Now the Buccaneers are inside of Detroit Lions territory. Now the Buccaneers are inside of Detroit Lions territory. No huddle offense. Baker takes the snap. He will air this out this time. Up in the air. Oh, Tez Johnson trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Baker knows he needs more than this. Knows he needs more than 10 fantasy points right now. Nowhere to be found is Emeka Egbuka. Tez Johnson did have some space. Baker not enough touch on that one. That was a high bullet pass for Baker. If he had dropped that just a little more touch on that play. Here we go. 2nd down. Detroit Lions 48-yard line. Baker Mayfield waiting for the snap. 2 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Baker looking to the left. He will run to the left. Baker, a pump fake, a wind up, a throw, almost picked off. A flag on the play. Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. Let's find out what this flag is. Holding on the offense on 2nd down and 10. That penalty will be declined, and this will bring up 3rd down and 10. 3rd down and 10. Penalty declined here. Penalty is declined here. By the way, the holding on the Buccaneers on the offense. So another 3rd down, and the bell will toll. 3rd down and 10. Buccaneers looking to make this game. Looking to make this game something. I need at least 20 out of Baker Mayfield today. I was hoping for 30. I don't know if it's going to happen. Buccaneers in a shotgun. 3rd down and 10. Rachaad White to the left. Baker making sure everyone hears him doing this motion once again, still pointing to his right-hand side. Here's the snap, the blitz coming in, a wind-up and a throw. An elevated catch made right there, climbing the ladder, a leap, a catch, a grab, a first down. Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers move the football once again. It's a 2nd down and 7 right now. Excuse me, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, first down. We're going to see a 3-yard play here. Here's the snap from the 35. Baker surveys. Baker will wind up and throw. Rachaad White makes the catch. He goes forward for 3 yards down at the 32. So it's a 2nd down and 7 down at the 32-yard line. Clock is still ticking. Clock is hot. They don't have the luxury of sitting around and waiting for this one. They need to get back to the line quickly. They're going to be out of gas. They're going to be out of energy, but they need to finish this drive. Here's the snap on 2nd and 7. Baker steps up in the pocket. Baker gets wrapped up. He fumbles the football, and it's going to be recovered by who? It's a dog pile. Who has the football here? Let's see. The officials breaking this thing up. Oh, man, who has the football? Everybody jumping on it right now. Let's see who's got it, guys. The officials tagging people out. They're saying it will remain Buccaneers football. 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. It was a forward fumble. The football was punched forward out of Baker Mayfield's hands. And it is recovered this time. Nobody could get on it. Tristan Wirfs will jump on top of it and wrap up that football. So Tristan Wirfs gets it here. It's a 3rd down and 5. Baker got lucky on that one. 7:25 left to go. The clock is ticking. Another 3rd down situation at the 30-yard line. Here is Baker. Maybe a timeout. Clock is stopped. Clock is stopped with 7:17. Someone calling a timeout right here. Thank you, Krager. Thank you for checking in. Thank you, sir. That is very kind of you. I appreciate that super chat. Dan Campbell talking to the white hat. Dan Campbell. A challenge flag here. Seriously? Another challenge? Okay. So there is a challenge flag right now. Just to see where the yardage is. So they're going to look at the placement of this football now. This challenge is just the challenge of the placement of the football here. Rigged challenge flag, says 28. Challenge. Coffee or tea at the challenge moment, Mr. Mario. Coffee for me. Well, these days I have been drinking a ton of tea. I've been drinking a ton of these teas to keep myself good. So Tristan Wirfs wraps this one up. They want to see where they're going to mark it. Yeah, Tristan Wirfs definitely has it. They're going to see where this football is going to be marked. I don't know why they're challenging this. It seems like the right call by the officials. It was definitely recovered by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you want to talk about not having enough to overturn? Good luck making heads or tails out of that mangled mess of humanity with literally 2,000 pounds of manpower just jumped on top of each other. Tea is good, says the Blue Potato Chip. Bucks are jobbers, scriptwriters say, says Krager. Okay, guys, we've got a 3rd down and 5. This play is currently under review. The next game should be starting in 3 minutes, but according to my scoreboard, we've got 7:17 left to go in this one. I will start the next live stream as soon as this game is over. Detroit will be charged for a timeout. The challenge was unsuccessful. That is a timeout going to be charged here for the Detroit Lions. 3rd down and 5, football at the 30. So a bad challenge this time for Mr. Dan Campbell. The football is at the 30. They're saying to get loud. The Detroit Lions defense trying to create some chaos here. Emeka Egbuka breaks from this one a little bit early here. I'd like to see Egbuka stick around in that huddle a little more. Motion, an audible being called right here, and now we've got trips to the right-hand side. 3rd down and 5 for the Buccaneers. From the 30-yard line, Baker Mayfield is in trouble. He will wind up and throw. The pass is incomplete. 4th down and 5, and they need this. It's a 4th down and 5 do-or-die situation for Baker Mayfield. What do you do now? By the way, great job by this Detroit Lions defense. A man down, multiple guys down right now. Honestly, Aiden Hutchinson getting in there and tagging Baker Mayfield. Baker definitely felt the pressure. Aiden Hutchinson all over him on that play. Arroz con pollo was the best Mexican dish I've ever had. Well, you can say that it's also a Caribbean dish. It's just rice and chicken. Here we go, 4th down and 5, guys. A must-have here. Baker takes the snap on 4th down. He winds up and throws. The catch is made by Cade Otton, and that's good for a 1st down, Tampa Bay. Down at the 22-yard line, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 coming up at the 22. Running out of time, though, the Buccaneers need to get a touchdown. 22-yard line, Baker Mayfield looks to the right. He will wind up and throw. Catch will be made right here. It's Sterling Shepard, 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Baker Mayfield up to 11 fantasy points. He needs a passing touchdown. I don't think they care about the fantasy score, though. I think the Buccaneers just looking to win this one. 6.5 left to go in this football game. How much time will they have left after this drive? They're running out of time and taking an awful long time to get back to the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 14. You should not be taking the entire play clock here. You got trips on the left from the 20-yard line, motion on the field, the snap, the 3-man rush coming in. Baker shoots. Baker overcooks the pass. This time 3rd down and 8. That was a perfect opportunity for Tez Johnson to be the hero. He was open, and Baker just led him this much too far. Wide open. Wide open there for Tez Johnson, and Baker led him just a little bit too far. Oh, man, close. Tez Johnson flat-footed. It was going to you, buddy. You've been pulled from the game. 3rd down and 8 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They don't need a touchdown. All they need is a 1st down here from the 20-yard line. Baker waits from the snap, waits for the snap. He takes it. The rush coming in. It's a 4-man rush, a windup and a throw. Sterling Shepard gets flipped upside down, and this will bring up a 4th down here. It'll be a 3-yard pickup. 4th down with 5:55 left to go. Oh, man, another 4th down on the drive. Another 4th down on this drive. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking for answers, but they have been struggling all game long. This is another do-or-die play. I keep saying it. They keep getting it. How many times will they get lucky here on 4th down? 4th and 5 from the 17-yard line. Baker takes the snap. A 4-man rush coming in. Baker will air this out. A flag on the play. This is going to be an illegal contact for sure. Hallett being flagged right now. This will be on the defense, on the Lions. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be pass interference right here. Wow, an automatic 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the Detroit 14-yard line. DPI, pass interference against the Detroit Lions. 1st down. Buccaneers get another opportunity here. It's the right call. There was definitely contact on that play. 5:20 left to go. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun again. Trips on the left. Emeka Egbuka by himself on the right. From the 14-yard line, motion to the top of the screen goes Shepard looking that way. Mayfield going to have to bounce off here. Mayfield is on the run. He will wind up and throw. The catch is made for a gain of 1. Looks like it brings up a 2nd down and 9, a 1-yard pickup. 5:07 left to go. Baker taking a long time on this drive. These Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking a long time on this drive. Okay. Egbuka nowhere to be found right now, man. Egbuka nowhere to be found right now. He has been targeted 9 times, but only 3 receptions here. Baker Mayfield has been sending a lot of airmail. Hasn't looked like Baker here. Here's the snap. He drops back. He will shoot to the end zone again. Almost picked off. Intended for Egbuka. 3rd down coming up right now. That stops the clock with 4:35. Another shot to the end zone here. That was the right idea. If Baker had just put it at that post, man, Egbuka would have made that play. Great athletic play here. Baker underthrowing Egbuka multiple times here. Multiple times Baker's underthrown him. A good post route, though. Good post route, poor execution. Play clock down to 10. Clock has stopped thanks to the incomplete pass. We have ourselves trips on the right-hand side. Baker, actually quads on the right-hand side. Empty backfield, 4 on the right. Baker looking to the left. Baker going to take the challenge. He will wind up and throw, looking for a flag. It is not going to be there. Rashad White, the intended receiver. 4th down coming up now. 4th down and 8. 4th down and 8. He just better stop overshooting. This is what they need, guys. They need this 1st down or this touchdown from the 12-yard line. It could come down to this play. Baker Mayfield versus the Detroit Lions. Sterling Shepard on the left side. Emeka Egbuka on the left side. Tez Johnson on the left side. You will have Cade Otton on the right. Double zeros on the clock. Here is the snap. Baker in trouble. Baker will shoot. Baker will throw this one over everyone. And the 4th down will not be converted. The Detroit Lions will win this game. For sure, for sure, for sure. It's not over till it's over. But I expect the Detroit Lions to turn around and hand this off like 18 times. And the Buccaneers, yikes, yikes. Thank you, Platano Fritos, saying, people, stats are to Mario's left. That is correct, guys. If you're asking, oh, is so-and-so playing? Is so-and-so this, that, or the other, guys? I do this. This isn't for me. I don't have this up here for me. I have this up here for you guys. Put your fingers on your screen. You can zoom in if you don't have that ability because I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But the stats are over here on the right-hand side. Waiting for the snap out of the I formation. It will be a handoff this time. David Montgomery will pick up a yard. The clock will start to tick. It's a 1st and 10 now. The clock will start to tick, and then it will stop. The Buccaneers going to call a quick timeout. The Buccaneers going to call a quick timeout right now. 4th down luck just ran out. Fat lady warming up her vocal cords, says Donald Biddy. Thank you very much, Jim Anderson. You, Detroit defense, control the clock. You dang Buccaneers ding-donged, says Dirt Floor. What on earth, my friend? What on earth? So, 2nd down and 9. The clock is hot. No, it's not. Timeout was called with 4:18. 2nd down and 9. The clock has stopped after a Buccaneers timeout. Buccaneers got to get through these. They still believe they can win this game. It is still a 2-possession game. 2nd down and 9, single back formation. Looks like more of an offset eye here. An offset eye. Motion this time from Sam Laporta. A handoff to David Montgomery, who was wrapped up for a pickup of 2. It brings up a 3rd down and 7 now. 3rd down and 7. Another timeout will be called right here by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll have 1 remaining. Bucks get loud, says Baker. Jared Goff pass. Yeah, power run, says Dirt Floor. Okay, defense, get that football now. Get that football now. Roy saying it's time to switch games. I don't have an option. This game is on ESPN. This game is going to be on ESPN. It's on ESPN2. Looks like the Seattle Seahawks have the football here. The game is 0-0 in that one. Bro, Baker's been overthrowing the whole game, says No Sugar Colt. Says No Sugar Coat. That's true. He has been overthrowing the entire game. We might miss the entire 1st quarter right now. Shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap on 3rd down and 7. Jared Goff will take it. Goff looks left, throws left. St. Brown is wrapped up and will lose 2 yards. 4th down and 9 coming up. A timeout going to be called again with 4:09, and the Buccaneers are out of timeouts. So the Lions going to punt this one over to Tampa Bay. 4th down and 9. Let's go, Lions. Bucks lose. Colts will have the best record in the NFL, says Bless Anto. Baker might be on some stims, ? Says the Blue Potato Chip. Let's go, Lions. Bucks lose. Colts will have the best record. We saw that one, Bless and Toe. Let's see. I hate conservative football, says HB Link. Yeah, conservative football is tough, man. When they play that way, it can be pretty boring. It can be pretty boring. Conservative football definitely, not going for it on those fourth downs and stuff. Who wins a fight, the Terminator or Darth Vader? Probably Vader, I would say. Here's the kickoff because he's got the force. Here's the return. This time out to the 30. Going to cut back, going to step forward. Gets wrapped up down at the 33. 1st and 10. The Buccaneers get the football back. 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10 coming up, and the Buccaneers have no timeouts. Buccaneers have no timeouts right now. Let's see. Where's Godwin, says King early. Chris Godwin is out with an injury. Gary, you're talking about the Mariners. What's the score in that game, man? You got an update for me, Gary Streen? You got an update for me in that one? By the way, I still have Baker Mayfield in my fantasy, and this is garbage time. I would love to see Baker Mayfield turn this into, 20 points if possible. He's got 11 right now. Dean, that's what the channel is. That's what the channel's all about. Fishing time saying effing weirdo. It's an effing weirdo. Shotgun formation, trips on the right-hand side. They are showing blitz on the Lions side. They will rush 4, breaking right through. Baker Mayfield doesn't have a choice. He will wind up and throw. Emeka Egbuka is on the run. Emeka Egbuka past the 40, down inside the 40-yard line at the 37. A big first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. It's a 1st and 10. They got to move quickly here. Hurry up offense. They also need to recover an onside kick. Waiting for the snap, Baker Mayfield from the 37. In a shotgun formation, trips to the right-hand side. Here's the snap. Cade Otton is in to block. This time he checks and releases. Baker will wind up and throw to Cade Otton. The pass is incomplete, stopping the clock with 3:24. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Baker Mayfield hits the deck right there, was looking for maybe a flag. Mayfield, 27 of 48 for 214 yards and 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions. Let's go, and we're back, says Jeremy Hottenstein. Thank you very much, Fishing Time. Keep up the good work. Change the tie up a little bit, though, and put a hat on, dude. What's wrong with my head? Is there wrong with my hat? Here's the snap, guys, dropping back and surveying. In trouble. Baker's going to go down. He is sacked. Baker goes down. He is sacked. This will bring up a 3rd down and 21. He was barely touched, and he tripped. He was barely touched, and he tripped right here. Wow, Tyrus Wheat will literally, that's not a tripping right there, ref? You're not going to throw a flag for tripping? That's not a flag for tripping? Okay, that's cool. He literally stuck his leg out to trip him. That's a tripping if I ever saw it, ref, but okay. 3rd down and 21 coming up. 2 minutes and 44 seconds here. 2 minutes and 44 seconds here left to go. Double zeros on the clock on 3rd down and 21. Baker going to wind up and throw this one. No flag on this play. The pass is incomplete. 4th down and 21, and Baker Mayfield also ate a shot at the end of this one. So 4th down and 21, and I think this game is just about cooked. You're tripping, says Kenneth. No, you're tripping. Mariners are winning right now, says Bill. 3-1. Okay, thank you, Bill. Okay. 4th down and 21 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the next game has already started. The Houston Texans have the football, by the way, with 10:40 left to go in that one. Baker in a shotgun takes it. He drops. Baker in a pocket will wind up and throw. The catch is made on 4th and 21. But Miller not past the line to gain. It's another turnover on downs. 2:26 left to go. And this game is over, guys. It'll be a 1st and 10. And we're going to cut away. So, guys, I hope y'all don't mind that I'm going to start changing some of these graphics here. We're going to start changing out some of these graphics here because the next game is already started. The next game is already started. This game is just about over. This game is just about over. Houston Texans on the road right now. We're making some quick changes. Right square, left square, Houston Texans, that is fine. Settings, not going to be the Lions. We're going to have the Seahawks here. Seattle Seahawks game coming up momentarily. Seattle Seahawks game coming up momentarily. We're making some quick changes. Here's the knee. We're about to get to the 2-minute warning. This is actually not going to be a knee. They're going to run this one. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. Seattle, where's your logo? Seattle's logo is right there. We've got the home team, the away team logo. Houston Texans. Let's bust out this logo here as well. This will be your final score of the game, guys. Just going to go ahead and let y'all know right now. It's going to be 24-19. At the 2-minute warning, folks, is it time to go on to the next game? Yes, no, maybe so. I think it's time to go on to the next game, guys. Let's put it in the poll. We'll give you guys about 1 minute to make the decision for the channel. That way you guys are a part of this. Time to go to Seahawks game? Question mark? Yes or no? Yes or no? We'll let you guys leave that in the chat right now. This game is almost over. This game is just about over. 100% checking in on the yes mark. Looks like most of us are leaning towards yes at this point. We'll give it a couple minutes, guys, until the end of the 2-minute warning. At the end of the 2-minute warning, this might be Houston's turnaround game, says Jeremy. Must be nice saying that it is over. Who has the ball right now? That is indicated by the possession arrow above my head, my friend. Indicated by the possession arrow above my head. Yeah, Bucks graphics can go first. This game sucked, says Christian. I'm going to stay until my bedtime, says Imperfect Bob. Amon-Ra cannot beat me in fantasy, says Parker. Really, Parker? Still hoping? Question mark. Let's do this, says Smagar. Almost 70% as we're coming back from this 2-minute warning, guys. That means, looks like most of you guys believe that it's time to move on, and I think y'all might be right at this point. We do have 5,800 people right here. I'd hate to shut it down right now. Would hate to shut it down with over 5,000 people in here. From a standpoint of a content creator, it actually doesn't make sense to cut the plug or to pull the plug with almost 6,000 people watching. So we're going to stick around for now. 70% ready to move on. Dirt Floor saying, then don't do it then. Stick around. Show me your Switch game, says Kenny Tran. The Switch game is already here. You can see the next one is already done. And if we need to plug into the next game, I can change the scoreboard here pretty quickly as well. I can change the scoreboard here pretty quickly as well. That's the only thing that I really need to change at this point. And it would be this scoreboard now. If it pops up. If it pops up. There it is. That would be the next game, guys. That would be the next game. Go to the next game, bro, says Micah Kimbrough. Go to the next game. All right, guys. We are going to go to the next game. Let me change my TV. We're in the 2-minute warning. The Detroit Lions going to win this one for sure. Texans at Seahawks. There's the handoff to the left-hand side. Looks like, honestly, the next game is going to be on ESPN anyways. And we got 2 minutes here left to go. We got 2 minutes here left to go. This game is going to be on ESPN, so we are just going to wait right now. We're just going to wait. The clock is now ticking. Just going to leave it here, guys. The score is 0-0, by the way, and the Seattle Seahawks have the football. The score is 0-0, and the Seattle Seahawks do have the football right now. 9:15 left to go in the first. I'll just keep you guys updated in this sense right now. Clock seems to be ticking right now. And they are inside the red zone. So the Seahawks inside the red zone. Here comes the knee with 1:17 left to go in this game. It's actually not going to be a knee. It's going to be a handoff. And looks like David Montgomery on 3rd down and 7. 20 seconds left to go. That's so funny. The Seattle Seahawks are in the red zone right now. Missing nothing in the second game, says Matt. We are hanging in right here. Rick saying amazing energy. You're bringing it. Thank you very much, Rick. They're waiting for the other game, says Krager. They are waiting for the other game. 8:30 left to go. It's a 4th down. Looks like they're going to need to, I guess, maybe convert here on 4th down. I guess. I don't know if they're going to punt this one back to the Houston Texans. Football Nation always does a great job. Thank you, James. with 5,000 people watching, guys, we will cut over quickly and start the second live stream, guys. Don't y'all worry. We won't even do the intro video for the next one. We won't even do the intro video for the next one. They are lined up here on 4th down with 18 seconds left to go. I'm going to make a quick change here and make sure that I've got Texans 1st and goal coming up here. The ball on the Houston 1-yard line for the Seattle Seahawks. 4 plays, 43 yards. The Houston Texans backed up to their own 1-yard line. Let's see what they dial up on this play. Sam Darnold doing all right now. Had looked to Arroyo here. I don't have the next game up just yet, but I'm looking at a cheat sheet that I've got on the other side. With 4th down and 6 in this game, 19 seconds left to go. They are going to punt this football. And the current drive right now for the Seattle Seahawks is at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for Seattle. Here is the punt, guys. This goes back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be signaled a fair catch. They're going to do a change of possession right now. Why ESPN doesn't cut away from this game, I guess, must be the same reason why I haven't cut away from this game right now. It's because there are still people hanging out, and ESPN does that. So I will end up having to end this live stream at some point in just a moment here. Let's see, 31-30 Houston, twice as good a game if the Bucs. Well, let's see. It looks like the Seattle Seahawks are going to score right now, guys. The Seahawks are going to put 6 points on the board, so when we get the next game started, looks like a touchdown here. Zach Charbonnet to the right side. For those of y'all interested, Zach Charbonnet got the scoring touchdown, the opening touchdown of the game, and this takes us to the final. All right, guys, check out my channel to come find this next game. I'll be live in about 10 seconds. See you guys in 10,